High School of Westport and your North Haven Indians.
Hello and welcome to Mike Vanacore Field for another exciting edition of Friday Night Football on NHTV. My name is Michael Valenti, back with us after the first two games he was out. Trevor Keys back in color commentary.
We got the fans. We're excited.
Yes.
We're excited for tonight, baby.
Very exciting game where the North Haven Indians look to reverse their last couple of weeks that have ended in losing efforts. They try to go back to 2-3 as they face a Staples Wreckers team that have had a very similar season to the North Haven Indians. Both have had a blowout win this year. Staples coming off their blowout win last week, going against McMahon, winning that one 35-7. North Haven earlier this year with their big blowout win.
Beating up Bunnell.
Yep, beating up Bunnell earlier this year at Mike Vanacore Field, the last time we were here on NHTV. But outside of that, both teams have had very tight games.
Yeah.
Very tight games. In fact, North Haven in their 3 losses have lost for a combined 15 points. Not average, combined.
That's 2 by only 8.
Right.
Think about that.
And of course, Staples coming into this game, and their 3 games outside their blowout win, they've been decided by a touchdown or less.
It could be completely different right now.
Exactly.
Can be completely different.
So if you're North Haven right now, you haven't really won those tight games.
Yeah.
Usually when that happens, it's a sign of a team that's very talented, but not very experienced. Are you seeing that with this North Haven Indians team?
I think it comes down to where teams like this, you're battling, you're losing heartbreakers, you know, both teams very alike. It comes down to how much heart you have left. Because sometimes when you have a losing record in anything, what's it, baseball, basketball, even in fantasy football, you give up. You almost just want to just pack it in and see it. So both these teams, very evenly matched game. I'm very excited to see how the defensive side, both teams, total 17 players have a sack coming into this game. It's about the heart. It's about how much you're willing to give. And that's for the seniors, too, because some of these players for both teams, this could be their last season ever playing football. How much heart do you have left? We'll see it tonight.
Yeah, definitely. That is definitely the case, but 2 completely different offenses here. North Haven is 100% ground and pound, whereas Staples, they have an air attack.
But they have a balanced attack, too.
They do have a balanced attack, but their offense basically led by their quarterback, Jackson Zager, and 2 very good wide receivers in Jake Thaw and Nicholas Armentano. So,
as one of the North Haven players said, I was looking pre-game. As they said, the kid for 15 for Staples, Mike Montana. That's saying a lot right there. The kid does it all. I was watching some highlights of this team. Zagar can throw the ball. He can beat you deep. I see him. He's got a strong arm. Very impressive arm. Henry Beck as well. Kind of reminds me of a little of a Christian McCaffrey. Small, 160-pound back, but tough in between the tackles. Has fast speed. He can fly, but he's also tough. North Haven has to come in right now. Like I said, 2-game losing streak, losing by a total of 8 points. They got to come in a little fiery, a little amped up, and they got to come in and punch this Rutgers team in the mouth. Because if they don't, it could be a long game. And we've seen it. I've seen it in the prep game. I was there early on to see in the prep game. I just want to see how this team handles the adversity because they have dealt with it throughout the season. How are they going to come in? They seem healthy. They have players. That's the thing. Both teams have great players. It's who's players for each team can play better, might be more successful for each team.
Now for North Haven, they do have both offensively and defensively have had Corey Hooks playing a phenomenal season right now. He leads the running attack for North Haven. He leads the team in tackles on the defensive side of the ball. Is he going to be the key component for North Haven, or are they going to have to look for someone else?
Well, you always got to have, you can't have just one specific player because defensive coordinators are going to come in keen on that type of player and try to be kind of like the Bill Belichick thing. Take away your best player. If you take away your best player, that's what they're going to do. So Albert Hooks, the Hooks brothers, both the Hooks brothers, Mac Augustine, those guys, they're going to have to come in, step up, and be huge. If not, if Staples comes in, shuts down one of the Hooks brothers, guess what? It's going to be a long day for this offense and the defense of North Haven. I'm excited for this game. It's an evenly matchup. Both teams very balanced. I'd say North Haven, the key to them is passing the ball. It always comes down to passing the football. Can they do that? We know they can run the football. Staples averages almost 100 yards on the ground as well, so balanced attack. Very excited. Let's see how both teams come back, especially with the tough losses the past couple weeks. See how they both bounce back.
You bring up the passing game, and one thing for sure is that Justin White has thrown the ball a lot more for North Haven than previous quarterbacks that they've had in the past.
They got the fan favorite. Yeah, Justin, best quarterback in the state, I'm hearing. I guess he's the fan favorite here. That's what I'm trying to say. The passing game has to be huge for North Haven. We talk about it every year. Since we've been doing this, it feels like this is the regular statement. North Haven has to establish some sort of passing game to be successful tonight. If they don't, if they are one-dimensional, it could be a long offensive night for Tony Sagnell and the Indians. My man, what's up, boys? See, they're excited to have me back. I'm excited to be back, brother.
Yeah, it's good to have you back. And before we head out to kickoff and the national anthem, all that, as we mentioned before, both teams have had very tight games throughout their season with one blowout win.
Yeah,
the question is, do we see a blowout or do we see a tight game? And who do you think has the edge coming into tonight?
North Haven, all of their games, they've been in tough games. Other than the Bunnell game in which they won, they've been in close battles throughout the first 4 games. I expect another close game tonight, 48-minute battle. It's going to be a fun one, Michael. I'm excited. I hope North Haven fans are excited. They seem to be excited. I hope you're excited, too.
I'm excited. It is a cold one, but it's going to be hot on that field. Tonight's game, the North Haven Indians square off against the Staples Wreckers. We got the national anthem, the coin toss, and kickoff coming up next on North Haven High School football on NHTV.
Locally owned and operated, featuring delicious subs, wraps, salads, and all of your catering needs. Subway, Universal Drive next to Home Depot in North Haven.
Arnold's Jewelers, the North Haven Diamond Center, 117 Washington Avenue in North Haven. Decades of experience and a deep commitment to the North Haven community.
For the Indians, number 13, Joe Vitale, number 42, Pat DeSilva, and number 77, Luke Maruka. Officials for tonight's game, the referee is David DiMartino, the umpire, Ron Masello, the linesman, Dino Gallo, the line judge, Vince Vitale, the back judge, Russell Gordon, and the clock operator, Patrick Morrison. Staples has won the toss, and they will defer. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the singing of our national anthem by North Haven High School senior Marla Zakaris, accompanied by the North Haven High School Band.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
right, Trevor?
Michael, it's good to be back, my friend.
And it will be Staples to kick it off for North Haven, to North Haven.
The Wreckers set to kick off. Albert Hooks and Jaden Watson back to receive for the Indians.
Hooks is back deep. Albert Hooks back deep for, it's a short kick. Short kick, little bounce, and it will be returned.
Is fielded by Hooks.
Hooks gets to the sideline, breaks free, 25, 40, and it's just shy right there.
And I always like the player catching the ball on the bounce. Get the play, get your best player some speed, get a little jolt right in there, and guess what? You just see the Hook brother right off the bat, starting off hot for the North Haven Indians. Good field position. I like to see them come out right now, catch them off guard. They're assuming the running game. Let's see if they can catch them off guard with maybe a little play action right now.
First and 10. First and 10 from the 40-yard line. First and 10 from the 40-yard line. Flag on the play.
Offsides against the Wreckers.
It's a false start against our encroachment on the Wreckers.
It'll be a 1st and 5 for North Haven.
So this is perfect for North Haven right now. Short field right now, 1st and 5. Short distance. Let's see what they do. Decide to run the ball. Good lane again. I mean, that's great blocking right there. Corey Hooks, great job. I love the way he just is very patient, waiting for his blockers to get the field, get it open for him. And you see the great back in him just opening, exploiting that Wreckers defense early on for a first down. Very impressed so far, first play.
So
1st and 10 for the Indians at midfield right now. Let's see. I would love to see if they could catch them off guard with the nice little play action right now. But hey, if the running the football's working, it's working. Misdirection, they give him it. Oh, looks like there almost was. Thank God there's not a review. He said he's knocked him down, knocked him dead. So I guess the ball stays in North Haven. But I like what Coach Agnella and Mike Riccadelli are doing, giving the best player the ball. That's what you got to be doing. You got to get your players the ball. But do they rely too heavily on him tonight? That's the question.
Gain of a yard, so it's going to be 2nd down and 9.
Decide to run the outside. Jaden Watson, another big player for North Haven, one of the home run hitters. Big thing, 3rd down coming up for the Indians early on in the game. I like what they're doing. They're establishing the rushing game early on against this Wreckers defense. As I said in the pregame with Michael, both teams coming in with an average of just over 9 sacks a game, which is extremely impressive. And now let's see how this Wreckers defense... Let's see how this Wreckers defense right now on 3rd and about 3. Are they going to have... They haven't been able to stop this North Haven offense. Here's another first down. That's what you got to do. And look at him.
Corey Hooks stays on his feet.
About 5 or 6 tacklers on this kid. What a great job by Corey Hooks again. Another big run for the North Haven Indians. And Sagnella must be pleased right now. The offensive line is winning so far inside the trenches. I said this is a big matchup for the Indians. Michael Metro for Staples leads the team with 2 sacks. He's their big nose tackle right now. He's done a hell of a job of really getting in the backfield and causing problems all throughout the season. I know they're 2-2, but they have the players both on offense and defense for this Wreckers team. First and 10. Running outside again. Here they go. Big lane. And breaking the tackle. Jaden Watson to the end zone for a touchdown. North Haven. What a start for the Indians. If you're Coach Agnella, Mike Riccadelli right now, you got to love this team. Coming back from 2 straight games, losing by a total of 8 points. First drive, setting the tone early on. And the offense, wow, what a great job. No passes, ran the ball. Hey, if you can't stop them, continue to do what's working. Chase DiCarlo for the kick, for the extra point.
Chase DiCarlo off to the extra point.
And it is good.
And the extra point is good. So a 9-17 to go in the first quarter. The score, North Haven 7.
9:17 left in the game. It is 7-0 early on, Indians. We'll be right back.
Arnold's Jewelers, the North Haven Diamond Center, 117 Washington Avenue in North Haven. Decades of experience and a deep commitment to the North Haven community. Visit us today at thearnoldsjewelers.com. Forget-Me-Not Florist, 39 State Street, North Haven. A true, full-service flower shop providing same-day delivery. Whether it's birthdays, anniversaries, or sympathy, Forget-Me-Not is there for you.
HB Communications, 60 Dodge Avenue, North Haven. Since 1946, specializing in audio-video solutions, including video conferencing, unified communications, digital signage, and more. HB Communications.
North Haven Funeral Home, 36 Washington Avenue, North Haven. Since 1953, the one source families rely on for caring, compassionate service.
And here we go. We are back early on. North Haven jumps out to an early 7-0 lead, 9-17. Let's see what this North Haven defense, can they play the way their offense is? That's a big question. Let's see. They've been struggling a little bit. DiCarlo with the kick. It's a little squib kick. And Jackson Thaw, this is what he can do. When he has the ball in his hands, he makes plays. He's, as I said in pregame, the Mike Montano of this offense. He does everything the right way. Big, strong, fast receiver, can make plays. If you get him the ball, he's making plays for this Staples offense. There we go, 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. Kind of running a pistol offense right now out of the gate for Staples. Let's see what they do. Henry back with the handoff. And like I said, quick, fast, powerful as a small 160-pound 5'7" back. Like I said, a Christian McCaffrey-like back. Gains about 2 or 3 yards. He's going to get positive yards every time he touches the ball. North Haven has to do a great job of tackling these players. They can break tackles. They're elusive. They're fast. And North Haven has to come in and try to make the big play right now. Second and 7 at about the 47-yard line. Keeps it. It looks almost intercepted. It looks intercepted. It is intercepted. It is intercepted by the North Haven Indians. What a play. Great job. He fakes the handoff. Looks like he was going to Jackson Thor for the slant, but great job of jumping and making the play and intercepting for the Indians. A great start. Max Augustine, as I said, one of the big-time players for this North Haven team. Hell of a play right there, jumping and stopping the easy pick. He makes that play. You never know. Jackson Thaw, he makes the play. He could make that a big play for the Staples offense, but a great recognition right there by Max Augustine, making the big play. And the Indians are trying to go up 2 scores early on the Wreckers. Single wing offense.
Augustine on the
The
carry.
handoff to Augustine. It looks like he fumbled the ball. It looks like he turned the ball over possibly.
Whistle's blowing. Wreckers saying they have it.
Let's see after the scruff. What do they call? And they're going to keep it North Haven. 2nd down. A gain of 5, though. Luckily, the Indians did hold on to the ball. Got to do a better job of holding on to the ball. These players, they're going to go after you. Second and 5 for the Indians at the 45-yard line. They're shifting the offense, trying to catch the defense off guard right now. Maybe a little misdirection. Direct snap to Albert. Corey Hooks. And there he goes again. Another big. This kid, I love the way this kid plays. Every time he's lowering his shoulder, he's looking to hit, he's trying to punch you in the mouth, and I can appreciate that. As a former running back, I can always appreciate a back that doesn't like to avoid the hits and take the hits. I know it can pay off, it could hurt in the event, eventually in the end, but I like the way that he holds the ball. I like the way that he carries. And I like the positive yards. And in North Haven, you got to be loving what you're seeing right now from this offense.
First down, Corey Hooks takes the carry, goes up the middle.
Michael
gets inside.
And he might
the
have
10.
fumbled the ball. It looks like there's a fumble, Michael.
He lost the ball. Do the Wreckers have it is the question. So Corey Hooks takes it to the 20-yard line. And that's another North Haven first down. So Corey Hooks looking very good here.
Welcome back, brother. I missed you. I had a little technical difficulties.
Some technical difficulties, but I think we're all set now.
How did I do? Did I do good enough? Did I do good for Michael Valenti's standard?
We'll work on it next week.
Okay.
First and 10 from the 20-yard line. Single wing offense, as we all know and love from North Haven. Oh, some movement in front of the line, and they're going to call the play before it starts.
Like I said, this offense haven't passed the ball yet, but hey, this Rutgers defense, they haven't been able to slow down this offense. Not even stop. They haven't been able to slow it down. North Haven has been getting at least 2 to 3 to 5 yards a pop, it seems like, early on in this game. And I'm saying, Coach Agnella, Riccadelli, coming back from 2 heartbreaking losses, they're playing great so far. Right off the bat, you got to be impressed with this offense.
So now it'll be 1st and 5 from the 15 after the encroachment from Staples. Here's a snap to Corey Hooks, then hands it off up the middle to his brother Albert. And he gets inside the 10, and that's going to be another first down for North Haven. Great play here, Trevor, as we look into the replay.
How did he get through that? I mean, the Rutgers defense had that all stuffed. And somehow just keep turning the feet. Keep the feet going, man. That's what you got to do as a running back. You got to keep moving the feet. You never know what you're going to get. And you just saw the Hooks brothers taking upon the greatness of their play so far right now, and North Haven's feeding off of it as well.
First and goal. Corey Hooks finds a hole, tries to push through the pile, still on his feet. He's in the end zone for a touchdown.
Wow, what a start. What an impressive start by the Hooks brothers as a whole, too. Both brothers have really been taking over this game. This is the basic direct snap right to him. Follow his blocks, and like he said, he's been continuing. Every time he gets the ball, it's positive yards. It's never going backwards, and that's what he just did again. It was on display. And North Haven, early on in this game, just made a way through the first, and we're up 2 scores already.
Yep, it was Jaden Watson with the first touchdown. Now Corey Hooks makes it a touchdown for him. As we get the extra point from Chase DiCarlo. Bad snap on the ground. He's going to take it himself and get hit there, so the extra point will be no good. A bad snap as Matt Dodge was trying to salvage something with that but couldn't. So it will be 13-0 with 5:55 to go here in the first quarter. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Arnold's Jewelers, the North Haven Diamond Center, 117 Washington Avenue in North Haven. Decades of experience and a deep commitment to the North Haven community. Visit us today at thearnoldsjewelers.com. Forget-Me-Not Florist, 39 State Street, North Haven. A true full-service flower shop providing same-day delivery. Whether it's birthdays, anniversaries, or sympathy, Forget-Me-Not is there for you.
HB Communications, 60 Dodge Avenue, North Haven. Since 1946, specializing in audio-video solutions, including video conferencing, unified communications, digital signage, and more. HB Communications.
North Haven Funeral Home, 36 Washington Avenue, North Haven. Since 1953, the one source families rely on for caring, compassionate service. North Haven Funeral Home.
So it's 13-0 after the touchdown run from Corey Hooks. Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keys as we get set for kickoff after the touchdown. 13-0. A big drive here, Trevor, for the Wreckers as they don't want to get out of hand too quickly here.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, 13-0 halfway through the first quarter, and North Haven offensively has taken it to this Rutgers defense. They need to get the offense going.
Oh, what a hit by Corey Hooks. Holy He came out of
What were you
nowhere.
gonna, holy, what were you going to say? He made you almost go, woo, bleep. Yeah, this kid is a great football player. All I've ever heard from the coaches, players, this kid knows how to play the game right. He's a tough, hard-nosed player. You're seeing him on offense. And then defensively, he's a complete football player. He's one of those Montano-type players. You know, you got it's amazing. North Haven finds these brothers. They had the Keys brothers. They had the Montano brothers. And now they have the Hooks brothers. It's amazing. And all great football players. I just included myself in that as well.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to be conceited, but I'm just going to say it.
It's 1st and 10 for Staples at the 30-yard line. Pistol offense for Staples. Handoff. Oh, the ball is fumbled. Diving on it. Looked like North Haven got it.
Wow.
North Haven's got it.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Staples is shooting themselves. This is a talented football team. You look at the players. Jackson Zagar, Jack Thaw, Henry Beck, who I thought coming into this game could be a difference maker, fumbling the ball, Hager with the pick in the first drive. Wow, Staples is really shooting themselves in the foot early on in this game. And look at the battle of field position right now. North Haven, every drive, it seems like they are starting off with great field position. And just like this, North Haven has another chance. We're talking possibly 3 scores before the end of the first quarter, Michael.
Now, you mentioned about Jackson Zager's interception earlier in this game. That is his 6th interception of the season.
Okay.
And the first down direct snap goes to Corey Hooks. Breaks free, has a hole, and he just almost got a touchdown there. But breaking the save there, nice tackle by number 15, Jake Thaw.
Just give this man give him a water or something. This kid has been doing it all. Every time he gets the ball, look at, he's patient. He sees the hole open up, and almost right there with the saving tackle by Jack Thaw. Just a great play right there by Hooks. Corey Hooks, man, I can't say any more than I have to. What I've seen from the first 6 minutes of this game, quite impressive so far.
1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Hooks gets a that's Watson, and he's got a touchdown, his 2nd of the game.
Wow. I mean, they're taking it to this Staples team right now. I am very surprised. I love what I'm saying. I talked about it at halftime. Look at it. Just the blocking downfield. That's great blocking as a whole. Follow your blockers. You see the hole open up. That's a 2nd touchdown, right? As it is, Michael?
Jaden Watson's 2nd touchdown of the game. His 5th of the season.
One of the home run hitters for this team. And you know what? Sagnella, Recadelic, they're giving their playmakers the ball, and it looks great so far. They just have to keep this going. Can they establish this for the next 3 quarters as well? Because right now, if you're Coach Sagnella, you're this fan base of the Indians, you got to be happy.
And there's a flag on the extra point play. They might have too many players, North Haven. It looks like the official's counting.
Illegal substitution.
It was an illegal substitution on North Haven, so
They're bringing the kicker in now.
Back to about 5 yards.
Seems like they're still going to go for it.
want to make it a 21-0 game here in the first quarter. Jaden Watson with 2 touchdowns. Corey Hooks with a touchdown himself, which was led to a fumble recovery on the last touchdown. Chase DeCarlo actually does eventually come out, so they will go for the 1-point extra point.
Extra point try.
Last one was a botched snap.
His 3rd attempt of the night, 1 for 2 so far.
Good snap this time, and the kick is blocked.
And that's on the corners. You're seeing him coming off the edge, make a great play right there. Keeping Staples, I mean, it could realistically be 21-0, but that's got to do a better job on the special teams part of North Haven right there.
So with 5:04 to go in the first quarter, North Haven leads 19-0. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
The Landing of North Haven, offering personalized assisted living and memory care service. They feature a highly trained staff and activities prioritizing health and wellness. The Landing of North Haven, a warm, friendly, and welcoming environment at 201 Clintonville Road.
Subway, Universal Drive, North Haven. Locally owned and operated, featuring delicious subs, wraps, salads, and all of your catering needs. Subway, Universal Drive next to Home Depot in North Haven.
5:04 to go here in the first quarter. North Haven leads this one 19-0. Another squib kick for North Haven will be returned inside the 40 and is brought down right at the 40-yard line, Trevor.
Well, Michael, you know why they're doing that, right? You know why they're squibbing.
They're trying to keep the ball away from Jake Thaw.
Exactly. When you don't want to kick the ball to the best players, the opponent's best player. Whenever he gets the ball, he makes plays. I saw him on the highlight reel. The kid is a fascinating player. Every time he touches the ball, it seems like it's positive yards, first downs, touchdowns. And I like what they're doing so far in the special teams aspect with kicking the ball away from Jack Thaw.
Now, I mentioned in the pregame that Staples does use the pass a lot. Actually, they gain more yards in the air than they do on the ground. So does this actually go in their favor now that they have the lead where they're kind of forced to pass early?
Yeah, you were just saying that. I mean, they're going to try to still establish, the keeper.
It is a keeper. Trying to get to the sideline, get to the 45, and that's about it.
I think you still have to establish some. It's early on in the game, Michael. We just hit 5 minutes in the game, or first period left. You got to try to at least establish. It's early on. It's 19-0. I know it's it's a nice deficit, but you still got to run the ball. If you become one-dimensional, then if it gets out of hand, North Haven gets a couple more turnovers. With the way this game's going, this game could really be ugly for Staples if they continue to just go one-dimensional. Got to run the ball.
2nd and 4. Jackson Zager is behind center.
4:15 left in the first quarter. Taking the pistol, the deck behind him. Takes the snap.
Looks to his left. Pass is complete, and they got the first down. Cross midfield, cross the 45. And that was a nice pass there to Ryan Thompson, a sophomore.
Well, it's about the patience. I mean, if he forces this, we're possibly talking about a pick 6 right now. But if you see, just waiting, and seeing it's wide open. It's 21 going too far. You had too many guys following Jack Thaw. That's what happens. When you get a great player, you're going to have multiple defenders following that player.
Staples goes no huddle. Zager has time and now flushed out of the pocket, looking to throw at the sideline. The pass is caught.
That's a great catch. What a throw and catch. Jackson Zager, this is what I'm talking about. Now they're going to start passing. This was a great play. They might be looking at it. But from what I saw, it looked like a firm catch to me.
Officials will discuss.
The officials are going to talk about this. Let's see if we can get a slower look at this.
Pass is a little bit complete.
I know that's tough, Michael, but that looks like that's right there. That looks like it's on the line, or it looks like he's just in. I don't know. That's right there. That's a tough call to make.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough call to make. But it looked good. I like what they're doing right now. And Michael, you just said it right before this drive. Starting to pass the ball more now, and it's starting to open and pick apart this defense. And the thing I always noticed about North Haven, they're playing so far off. For a team like this, if they're going to throw a lot more slants, it's going to be easy. You'll get your 5 to 6 yards a pop in the passing game because of the way they're playing such soft coverage on these guys right now.
So with the incompletion, it is now 2nd and 10.
But if you're Staples, it's a good 2nd and 10 because they had the opportunity. They had a good look. I love the throw on the corner, and I love the catch, too. It just, unfortunately, was out of bounds.
And it looks like we're going to have a timeout called. I don't think the ball is marked in the right place. I think the ball was supposed to be marked at the 43. Instead, they marked it at the 47.
Ooh.
Because they originally had it as a catch, so the chains were resetting. And now that they had to reset, I think they put the ball in the wrong spot, and the chains are in the wrong location.
You might be onto something, Michael, because I think yes, exactly. Good call, Michael. Good look. Good eye.
So, yes, they have moved the ball to the 43-yard line. I noticed on the scoreboard it said 43, but then the ball was on the 47, so something looked off.
Nothing gets by you.
I'm a very observant person. What can I say?
Oh, God. Here we go.
That's why I'm a play-by-play announcer.
Here we go.
So they put the ball in the right place at the 43-yard line, and it is 2nd and 10. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. North Haven with 19. Staples nothing, but they are driving here.
And that's got to be a positive sign for the Staples coaching staff right now. Yes, they're down 19-0, but right now they look like they're moving the ball on this Indian defense. And you got to be impressed right now so far.
Handoff goes up the middle, breaks a tackle, goes through another, breaks another, and he's got the first down. What a run there by Henry Beck.
I mean, look, I told you, this kid is a playmaker. He's one of the big three of this offense with Zagar and Thor. Just add him in there. I mean, this is their trio that they run with, and they're going to go as far as they can with these three. Just following his block, waiting for the block open up, and then look at the moves. Just doing the rest, being a great football player. I'm telling you, kid reminds me of a Christian McCaffrey.
Now, one thing that, you look at that running game.
Yes.
And that last play, he was able to get, 4, 5, 6 yards before he was even contacted. That's a good sign that your offensive line's working.
Absolutely. Like I just said, if you're a coach and staff for Staples, you got to be pleased with what you're seeing on this drive currently from the offense.
North Haven brings the blitz. Pass incomplete. So disrupting the pass there was a charging Noah Pirelli. Let's look at that play again.
Well, right off the bat, it was a high snap. They're bringing the edge blitz, waiting. And then it comes, great play call. If he hits that, we're talking about another first down. He just threw that a little behind him, and tough for his receiver to make the play, but it was because of the bobbled snap and because of the pass rush. So great job by North Haven. I want to see more of that. He's a great quarterback. He has a strong arm. He can make the throws, bring some pressure, and make him uncomfortable throughout the night.
So we have 3 wide receivers on the far side here on second down. 2nd and 10. Another high snap. This one is handed off to Beck. Tries to bounce off to the edge. Is able to get there and gain about 5 yards before he stopped.
It looks like he definitely got some positive 6 or 7 yards. I mean, even with that, the high snap again, got to get that down for Staples. But Henry Beck, I'm telling you, this kid, very impressive. Both backs tonight. I mean, we haven't seen much from Henry Beck because of the turnovers, but this kid is a very good player, just like Corey Hooks as well for North Haven. A battle of great backs, and I always like to watch the backs. I know everybody likes watching quarterbacks now because, quarterbacks are the hot ticket, but the running backs, give them some respect as well.
3rd and 2 from the 25. And Beck is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Joseph Vitale, the captain, comes in.
The captain comes up with a big stop, a big third down. Well, they bring the A-gap blitz, and that's an easy play. Right there, one of the few plays that North Haven's been able to stop Henry Beck. So great job by the captain, making a big play for this Indian defense. And now it's a 4th and 2 early on in this game, 19-0. What is Staples going to call right now?
Do they go back to Henry Beck or do they try a quick slant?
The slants have been working so far. Keep an eye on the slants.
Quick pass is incomplete. No flags on the play, so another turnover for Staples. This time a turnover on downs.
He actually had the wrong read on that play. I mean, the wrong guy he threw it to. If you watch, the inside guy, the slot guy's open. The slot guy, 23, is wide open. He decides to go to the wrong play. Great play right there from North Haven. But if he throws to 23, we're talking first down Staples and possibly going in for a score right now.
That number 23, Nick Armentano, one of the leading receivers on this team for Staples.
Missed opportunity for Staples right there.
So North Haven now with the ball, 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Already have 3 touchdowns in this game. Try to go to the outside. That was Max Augustine. He gets a couple yards, but that's about it.
I'm going to be honest. I like to see a little passing from North Haven, but if Staples has no answer for him early on in this game, why go to the passing game? Continue to do what's working for them as well. Continue to run the football. They haven't been able to even slow him down yet. Continue that. Keep ground and pounding. You're winning inside the trenches, and your backs are doing a hell of a job of getting positive yards throughout this game early on.
So it's 2nd and about 8. Ball at the 27-yard line. Another direct snap. Going to the near side. Close to the first down marker. We'll see where they spot it. I think he'll be short, though. That was Augustine again with the carry.
Very similar play to last one. It's just that's what they're going to do. They're going to ride inside the tackles. This is a good North Haven offensive line when they want to be, when they're hungry and when they're angry. This is a good offensive line. I've seen this team in the Springs. They looked big. They looked strong. And right now, they're really putting on display early on against Staples.
Before the season started, Coach Sagnella went on to say that this is probably his most experienced offensive line. As we have 3rd down, Corey Hooks. It's going to be close. We'll see where forward progress was stopped. The far side official looks like he has the first down.
Looks like he's right on the marker.
Might need a measurement.
Yep.
We're going to get a timeout on the field.
So yeah, they are going to measure this one, but I think they got it.
And that's a good thing. That if you're a coach, a lineman type coach like Coach Sachs, he loves his big Mog Holly. If you can have an experienced offensive line, that could go a long way for a season. You always want to have an experienced line. If at any type, college, you don't want to have that inexperience because that could be very detrimental to your team's success.
And especially this year, it seems like North Haven's schedule is a very tough schedule.
Very different, Michael.
It is very different this year. And, they have a lot of guys where size advantages, they're going to have a disadvantage on the size. When you have an experienced offensive line here, that's going to help them.
Yep. When you have a good offensive line that works together, a cohesive unit that has been. Did they get a first down? Oh, the first quarter. End of the first already. That's what happens when you run the football a lot, Michael.
Yes, it is. They did get the first down to close out the first quarter, so North Haven leads 19-0 after the first quarter. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Forget-Me-Not Florist, 39 State Street, North Haven. A true full-service flower shop providing same-day delivery. Whether it's birthdays, anniversaries, or sympathy, Forget-Me-Not is there for you.
HB Communications, 60 Dodge Avenue, North Haven. Since 1946, specializing in audio-video solutions, including video conferencing, unified communications, digital signage, and more. HB Communications.
North Haven Funeral Home, 36 Washington Avenue, North Haven. Since 1953, the one source families rely on for caring, compassionate service. North Haven.
What do you mean? Oh, sorry.
19-0.
Sorry about that.
The North Haven fans are pushing the easy button here.
Pushing the easy button. It's still early on in the game. I know they've looked very good and they've taken it to Staples. It has been easy, but there still is 3 more quarters.
They do have a 19-0 lead here thanks to 3 rushing touchdowns on the offensive side of the ball. 2 of them from Jaden Watson, who's a current carrier, gets to the 40, and that's about it.
He just ran it. Did you see that? He ran his teammate over. He was like, teammate, get out of my way. Watch this. The big hit at the end was his teammate. Look at that. He's like, get out of my way. I'm trying to get a first down. And that's how North Haven's been tonight.
Josh Blumenthal for the Indians tackle there.
They're leaving no doubt right now. They're leaving no doubt on their teammates as well.
2nd and 5. From the 40-yard line. Augustine gets the direct snap, does the spin move, stopped behind the line, but then he pushes over, gets a second effort and a first down. And we have an injury. We do have an injury on the play. One of the offensive linemen here.
Just what we were talking. You want to have your offensive line healthy. And they've been gelling so well together so far in this game. You hate to see something like that happen.
That's Joe Ranciato limping off the field. Looks like it is his left knee that he was reaching for there as he's walking off the field.
He should wear the knee braces. How we see college and pro players, they should always be wearing knee braces. Hey, if it helps, it helps.
It is a first down for North Haven. If we get any updates on Ranciato, we'll let you know here. Corey Hooks gets the direct snap. First down, he's got a little extra, breaks a tackle, and another one. He's crossed midfield to the 35-yard line. A nice run there by Corey Hooks.
Yeah, it's a great run, but look how many blockers are downfield blocking. Look at that. That's just domination right there, Michael. There's 4 or 5 guys going down the field and helping their running back out. That's just a great team effort right there. Yes, Hooks is doing a heck of a job of finding the holes, but the offensive line, the tight ends, the blocking backs, everybody offensively blocking as a cohesive unit has been tremendous right now.
And we have a whistle blown here.
Helmet.
Stoppage for the helmet, as Trevor pointed out here.
See, I could point. I'm very observant at times too. I may not be you, but
You have the football experience.
Yeah.
I have the play-by-play experience.
Yeah.
That's what makes us a great team. 1st and 10. Watson trying to get around the edge. He does, breaks free, spins, and he's got the first down. What a play there. Jaden Watson and Corey Hooks are really becoming a 2-headed monster tonight.
Yeah, but you see how they're running, both of them? Very patient. Look at waiting. waiting, and then he goes. He's waiting, and look at the blocking. I can't be more. If I'm a coach of the coaching staff of North Haven, I'm very pleased right now. Just the great patience of both hooks.
1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Hooks again with the carry. Trying to go between the tackles, breaks through. And again, Corey Hooks, it seems like, back in the early 2000s, the New York Giants had a dynamic duo of Thunder and Lightning, Ron Dane and Tiki Barber.
Yes.
We are seeing that between Jaden Watson and Corey Hooks tonight.
Do you remember one of the questions you asked me at pregame?
What's that?
You asked me, can the Indians be successful with them running the ball with just Corey Hooks right now? I mean, it seems like, I said, they're going to have to get people involved. But guess what? Right now, it's just been him and Watson, the duo right now. And that seems that's been their complete offense. And Staples, so far early on in the game, he fumbles.
He's hit behind the line of scrimmage. There is a flag on the play.
We do have a flag on the play on that last run.
That was Pace.
David Pace, we have seen him a few times here in this season.
See, that could be another. That's kind of like Staples going down and missed opportunity. If this is a flag on the offense and this is a fumble, this is a big time missed opportunity for the Indians, going up possibly 4 scores early on in this game.
The Wreckers have recovered the fumble from David Pace.
That's a missed opportunity. I know Sags is not going to be too pleased on the sidelines with that.
We have seen this before at Mike Vanacore Field where North Haven was driving and a fumble has cost them. We saw that in the first game against Fairfield Prep. And actually, that was one of the big things that cost them that game. They were driving. It was a 4th down. They got the 1st down, but then the extra effort caused the fumble. And that could have been the deciding factor into that game where they lost by 7.
Got to missed opportunities. Shoot you in the foot. Those are big time plays that can really hurt a team's momentum as well. I mean, North Haven has all the momentum on their side. A play like that can be, that's a frustrating play, and Sags on the sidelines right now has to be frustrated, going in the score possibly up 4 early on in the game.
Let's see if Staples can take advantage of this. It is a snap and handoff to Beck. Doesn't get anything, maybe lost a yard there.
Robertson Hall on the carry. No gain on the play.
It was actually Hall that was the carrier. My apologies there. It was Hall. Robinson Hall, a senior, 5'8", 175.
Now, if I'm Staples and I'm looking at the last drive, you saw the passing game open up. You saw opportunities. You exploited that weakness of the secondary of North Haven. I think they should, like you said, Michael, last drive, they should go back to the passing game and maybe start thinking more passing as well.
North Haven showing blitz, but they don't bring in extra guys. Nice pass there, but incomplete. Missed his target. Intended for Jake Thaw.
He looked like he had time in the pocket, had his feet, he was setting in, but late in that play, you could see he gets a little flustered with Hooks coming in the blitz as well. Kind of being patient, waiting. Looked good, and then brings the blitz last time, and then that's what happens, the missed throw again. There's a couple bad throws on Zagar's part tonight.
So it's 3rd and 10 with the ball at the 15-yard line. Pistol offense for Staples, as we've seen throughout the night. They bring in an extra guy for the blitz. Pass up the middle, off the hands and incomplete. It looked like he slipped before the ball came.
Still had an opportunity to catch that ball, too, as well, though.
That was intended for Ryan Thompson, who had a catch earlier in this game.
Looked like the post curl route, and it didn't work. Just missed it right there, falling to his feet. Unfortunate. Would have been a 1st down for Staples, but North Haven getting the ball back, and possibly, again, looking like good field position as well. They got a really good punter as well, though. If you've seen that, I saw this kid in preseason. He's got a boot.
AJ Constanti.
He's got a boot. Big size kid too as well.
Constanti in the punt. Jaden Watson back to receive.
Watson will be the returner. That is a high line drive punt. Rolls back. Watson does not touch it. And it will die out at the 41-yard line. 8:07 to go here in the second quarter, Trev. 19-0.
Big drive coming up for both teams. Can North Haven really put the nail in the coffin maybe early on in this game? Or can Staples come in and make another play defensively, turnovers, or a stop? Much needed drive for both teams right now.
So if you're just joining us here, midway through the second quarter, North Haven leading 19-0. It started off with a touchdown run from Jaden Watson. Corey Hooks, who had a fumble recovery in this game, he also has a touchdown. And then Jaden
Watson and Hooks game.
It has. Jaden Watson with 2 touchdowns in this game. Corey Hooks with a touchdown himself. 1st and 10. And that's Corey Hooks going between the tackles. Breaks a tackle. He's going to break free. 40, 35. He's only got 1 man left to beat. 20. He breaks that tackle, stays in bounds, but then he hops out. He couldn't keep his balance.
What can I say? The kid just continuing to impress throughout this night. Just running the football. Feed number 3. Literally, just feed the ball. Look at the offensive line. I am so impressed. Blocking downfield. Putting people to the ground right now. Just an excellent job. And Corey Hooks, man, oh man, can't say enough about his play tonight so far.
All season long that I've seen him, he has just been able to break tackles and tackles and tackles. He's not exactly the biggest guy on the field either. You
don't have to be. He's got heart, he's got toughness, he's got a motor, and he keeps rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. This guy could do it all. Man, oh man, I love a great running back. I love seeing great running backs. And this kid is doing a heck of a job right now, leading this offense tonight.
An 11-yard run there for Corey Hooks gives them the first down. The Wreckers were trying to call a fumble on that, but the refs, the officials, said that he was down by contact before the ball came out.
It's about the 3rd or 4th time that we've been saved by the official. North Haven's got to do a better job of holding the ball. Yeah, everything looks great on offense, but they got to do a better job of holding the ball. Staples is going to rip at that ball.
1st and 10, or 1st and goal. Watson looking for number 3. He's still on his feet, and he is. It's close. He's in the end zone. Touchdown.
Wow.
Number 3 for Jaden Watson.
My God Almighty! Wow! Just so impressive by Watson and Hooks tonight. Look at him. Looks like he stopped at about the 5. Keeps moving. He just keeps moving. Staples has no answers for the Watson and Hooks show right now. Early on in this first half.
So North Haven, who are already 1 for 3 on extra points tonight, a botched snap, a blocked extra point.
I bring good luck, I guess. Even though you say I bring bad luck to the Yankees.
Yeah.
I bring bad luck to the Yankees, and I think they're currently winning right now, the Yanks. But North Haven's doing a heck of a job right now. Maybe it's because of Trev.
Maybe. But they are going for 2. It is Corey Hooks. Gets around the edge, and he's got the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, that looked too easy. It looked like he was just walking in the end zone. I'm very impressed right now early on in this first 18 minutes of this game. North Haven right now, 27-0. Michael, you asked the question, do you expect a blowout? I said no. I expect this to be a heck of a game, 2 evenly matched teams. And right now, boy, I couldn't be any more wrong than I was in the end pregame. Because right now, the Indians are taking it to Staples.
Yes, they are. 27-0. North Haven leads with just under 7 minutes to go in this second quarter. And it has been the Jaden Watson show when it comes to scoring, as
the Watson Hook show. That's what it's been called.
Watson with his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. But both Corey Hooks and Jaden Watson have looked very impressive here in the running game.
They look like men amongst boys right now. They've really taken it to the Staples defense. Staples has no answer defensively against it's literally just been them two, it seems like. Seems like every other play, it's either Hooks or Watson getting the ball. That's what's been making it more impressive, that you got 2 guys literally taking control of this offense and this entire game.
DeCarlo will kick this one off. It bounces, and it goes all the way. Oh!
But did he touch it? I guess he didn't touch that.
He did not touch that.
Looked close.
He didn't touch it, and the ball just kissed the right side of the pylon. So that is going to be an illegal kick, and it goes to the 40.
Yeah, just like that. It's kind of like the last drive where North Haven was going down to score, it seemed like, and David Pace fumbles the ball. A little missed opportunity right there, and then guess what? They just score, and then now you give Staples field position. Can't have little things like that. You're playing almost the perfect game right now, the perfect first half. Clean up those special teams with the blocked kicks, and now with this penalty, they got to clean up the special teams act.
So after the kick,
so it's a 5-yard penalty. The Indians will re-kick.
So instead of marking the ball,
They're going to re-kick.
They're going to re-kick, so it's going to be at the 35. That's an interesting call, Trevor.
Hey, when you got a player like Jack Daw in the backfield, or in your return game, your best player, you want to give him an opportunity to get the ball. Because guess what? 35 yards might not be enough. This kid could take it to the house like that. But North Haven's done a great job so far with the special teams of squibbing the ball and getting the ball away from 15 as well.
27-0. North Haven leads. Chase DiCarlo will kick it off again. It's a line drive kick.
That's a bomb.
And it will be returned inside the 10-yard line. 20, 25. He's got room. Trying to get around the edge. He does to the 40, 45. Cuts back, and he's across midfield as he's tackled there. Nice run by Nicholas Armentano.
There's your answer, Michael. That's why they wanted to. Because they got two playmakers in the return game. So they want to get their playmakers a ball. And guess what? You just saw it right there. May not be Jack Daw, but hey, they got other players. And it just showed right there. So maybe this is a start that Staples can finally get something going offensively. Because right now, offensively, it's been up and down so far. The passing game's been looking good. The running game has been up and down. It's just, you got to give credit to the North Haven defense, though, as well. Getting the 2 turnovers early on in the game, that's 13 points right there. They've capitalized on both times. We're talking about a completely different game. We're talking about a 13-0 game if not for those 2 turnovers.
So it's 1st and 10 from midfield after the great return by Armentano. Drops back, has pressure, has to roll out, throws, and he's incomplete. Intended for A.J. Constanti.
Well, that was the pressure right there. And it's a good thing that ball went to the ground, because if not, you never want to throw across the field. Because right there, one of those Hooks brothers, once again, was there. Could have made a nice play, Albert Hooks. If he picks that ball up, who knows? But that's probably the best decision that could have happened for the Staples team.
A lot of pressure being applied by the North Haven Indians team, and it's not like they're really bringing a lot of guys, extra guys. It's been primarily those front 3 guys.
Well, they run a 3-4 right now, or 3-5. That's what they're running right now, and it's been mostly because of the 3 down linemen. Yeah, you'll see the pressure here and there, but it's been predominantly the 3 down linemen. And speaking of the blitz, they bring the blitz.
Another blitz there.
I'm curious. I'm surprised they didn't maybe think about throwing the flag right there for the intentional grounding. It looks like nobody was in the vicinity of where he was thrown. Was he outside the pocket? That's the question, though.
Let's see.
I don't know. You could have called a flag right there. You could have called intentional grounding, Michael. But I like what I'm seeing right now. Coach Velarde bringing the blitz, getting the Hooks brothers involved as well. Defensively, Albert Hooks. I haven't really talked about him tonight. It's all been his older brother, Corey Hooks.
3rd and 10 from midfield, so the return right now is all for naught. Let's see if they can convert the 3rd and long. Zager throws to his right, incomplete. Constanti, intended receiver there, and Staples has a decision to make. Do you go for it here, down 27-0?
Well, you're down 27-0. You have midfield. Your defense hasn't really been able to slow down this offense right now. It's a tough call. It looks like they're going to go for it. But I got to give credit to North Haven's defensive game plan, really taking out Jack Daw from this game and making it uncomfortable for Jackson Zagar throughout this game, throwing the ball to maybe some of the guys that he doesn't feel as comfortable with than he would with Jack Daw.
Zager drops back. Indians show blitz. The pass, is he in bounds? No, he's not.
Just missed off his hands. I mean, I like the decision, but guess what? Again, did not go to Jack Daw. Great job by North Haven. Looks like Staples maybe establishes something going. Good field position. Maybe get back into this game. And the Indians come right back. I mean, the Indians' defense, I don't know what's been more impressive, the running game or this defense slowing down this offense and really taking away some of their best players. Henry Beck, Jack Daw, 2 of the best players on the Staples team, and even made Jackson Zagar look like a freshman quarterback at times. Missing throws, throwing picks. Hasn't looked good so far for Staples. Got to give credit to the North Haven defense for that.
First down. Hooks, breaks a tackle behind the line, stiff arms, gets across midfield to the 45 and steps out of bounds.
I was about to say, wait, you mean that that Corey Hooks doesn't get positive yards? It seemed like that right there. Staples had a great job, but like I said, this kid is a very strong kid. The size might not show, but guess what? This kid is strong. You could see him every run. It's positive. It's moving the feet. It's using that stiff arm. He was carrying the defender right there for about a good 2 to 3 yards, and positive yards again for the North Haven Indians.
So 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard run from Corey Hooks. Jaden Watson is behind center for North Haven. And he gets the direct snap. Trying to get into the hole, but he's stuffed there by number 75, Andrew Goldberg.
One of the few plays the Staples defensive line has made a stop on this rushing attack of North Haven. Look at that. Everybody was back there. 4 or 5 guys. Must have been a miscommunication or something right there. But that was one of the few stops of this Staples defense early on in this game.
So it'll be 3rd and 9 after the loss. Really, North Haven's first long 3rd down situation.
Yeah, do they decide to pass the ball? What do? Do they go misdirection right here, or they continue to run the football knowing that they're in their own opposing territory? Do they go for it?
They will run. It is Watson getting around the edge, breaks a tackle. He's got the first down, and is just shy of the 35-yard line.
It almost looks like he's waiting and waiting and waiting. He's not really putting on the burners right there. He's very patient. Both of these runners, Hooks and Watson, have been so patient. It looks like he's not even going full speed right there. And there was a lot of missed blocks, so great job of Watson knowing where the markers are and knowing where the first down was and getting that first down and continuing the North Haven drive.
So at the 36-yard line, North Haven moves the chains up 27-0, just about the 5-minute mark here towards the half. 1st and 10. Corey Hooks again to the right side, and again he's not down quickly.
Oh no, he's not going down. It ain't going to be an easy fight every time. You're going to have to get 2 to 3.
Oh no.
And you even heard Michael. Oh no, right there. See, that's almost the worst thing you could see right there is number 3 down, Corey Hooks, their best player playing at an all-time high right now tonight. That's one of the players you do not want to see on the field down for the Indians.
Corey Hooks is injured, and they're going to take a timeout, so we'll take a timeout here too. 4:47 to go in the second. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
HB Communications, 60 Dodge Avenue, North Haven. Since 1946, specializing in audio-video solutions, including video conferencing, unified communications, digital signage, and more. HB Communications.
North Haven Funeral Home, 36 Washington Avenue, North Haven. Since 1953, the one source families rely on for caring, compassionate service. North Haven Funeral Home.
The Landing of North Haven, offering personalized assisted living and memory care service. They feature a highly trained staff and activities prioritizing health and wellness. The Landing of North Haven.
There we go.
2nd and 7 after the break. And Patrick Willis gets his first carry. He gets a couple, and he's dropped at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, now you're going to see start with Corey Hooks out right now. We'll keep an eye on that, I hope. We'll see how serious it really is. Yeah, Corey Lillis, he'll be one of, or Patrick Lillis will be one of the replacements right now playing for the Indians. But still, guess what? Another 3 or 4 yards. They're continuing to ground and pound, chip away with those yards, and guess what? Sags has got to be happy. I know it might not be Corey Hooks right now in the backfield, but it's working so far.
Here's the snap and the carry to the right side. That's Max Augustine. He's got the first out, moving the chains, and again, Corey Hooks might be out right now, but next man up.
They got the fireworks. I mean, and you know what makes it even more impressive is that they haven't even been using these guys. They haven't utilized these players throughout this game. It's literally been the Watson and Hook show. Now with Corey Hooks on the sidelines, you're going to start seeing more of this depth in the backfield for North Haven. And that's a scary thing, Michael, because it is 27-0, and they've only been using 2 players predominantly tonight.
Not quite quite sure why we got the fireworks there, but
Hasn't been a lot of fireworks in the game, just the touchdowns.
Watson takes the carry, goes to the far side, finds a hole, first down, goes to the end zone. Is he in?
He's got
He's
4.
in. Number 4.
Wow,
Jaden Watson.
Wow, what a day for Jaden Watson. My goodness, if you're, like I've heard with some of the announcers over there, if you have this kid on fantasy, man, you are a happy fan. Look at just the blocking. The blocking continues. And then Jaden Watson just doing a heck of a job throughout this night of finding the hole, finding the gap, and exploiting the Staples defense. And Staples right now, early on in the first half, literally, I am stunned that it is now 33-0 currently.
Chase DeCullough will come for the extra point. Good hold, good kick, and it's through. So with that, North Haven leads 34-0 with 3 minutes to go in the half. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
HB Communications, 60 Dodge Avenue, North Haven. Since 1946, specializing in audio-video solutions, including video conferencing, unified communications, digital signage, and more. HB Communications.
North Haven Funeral Home, 36 Washington Avenue, North Haven. Since 1953, the one source families rely on for caring, compassionate service. North Haven Funeral Home.
The Landing of North Haven, offering personalized assisted living and memory care service. They feature a highly trained staff and activities prioritizing health and wellness. The Landing of North Haven, a warm, friendly, and welcoming environment at 201 Clintonville Road.
There is Corey Hooks being looked at with the athletic trainer. And it looks like that is a left foot injury.
And you see that, it's 34-0. Do they want to rush him back in? If it's an ankle injury, if it's something more serious, do you want to rush him back, knowing that it's the score of 34-0 early on in this game? Do you want to just keep playing who you have in right now and let Watson and Augustine and all these other players play? Or do you want to force him back and maybe risk a more serious injury going forward?
That is something you have to ask yourself if you're Coach Sagnella, and even a guy like Jaden Watson, who is completely healthy right now, has 4 touchdowns. Do you want to risk future weeks?
Knowing that you're up 5 touchdowns early on, Michael, I mean, it's a thought. It's a thought that maybe should cross Coach Sagnella's. I think with this score right now, the way they're playing offensively, I would not be surprised if you see the hook of Albert Hooks not playing for the rest of the game.
And a timeout's going to be called, with Staples calling the timeout. So we'll take a timeout here too. 2:54 to go in the second. North Haven High School leads 34-0. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
North Haven Funeral Home, 36 Washington Avenue, North Haven. Since 1953, the one source families rely on for caring, compassionate service. North Haven Funeral Home.
The Landing of North Haven, offering personalized assisted living and memory care service. They feature a highly trained staff and activities prioritizing health and wellness. The Landing of North Haven, a warm, friendly, and welcoming environment at 201 Clintonville Road.
.54 to go here in the second quarter. North Haven leads 34-0. Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keys. In what has been a very exciting game for North Haven, as they had Jaden Watson get 4 touchdowns on the ground so far in this first half. 1st and 10. Zager looks to pass up the middle, nearly intercepted by Albert Hooks. And a flag on the play. They're going to call him for spiking the ball.
Oh, he spiked the ball? Come on. The little things like that, you got to correct that. You're up 34-0. You've been playing great all around as a team. Why do you make a stupid penalty like that? It's a silly penalty right there that hurts your team. You give them 15 yards, automatic first down. The fans can boo. They can say whatever they want, but it's not a smart play by a good player, too.
Albert Hooks, who actually missed some time earlier this year with an injury.
Yeah.
I understand the frustration, because if he catches that ball, he could have made that a pick six.
It's probably a pick 6, Michael, but still, it's a silly penalty,
It is.
and it's free yards. You let them earn it, okay? If they get 15 yards and they earned it, okay, you fall for it. But if they give up 15 yards, a free 15 yards like that, you don't want that to happen.
39 for the Wreckers.
So because of the personal foul, it is 1st and 10. Zager breaks a tackle, pass, a diving play. Is he caught? No, it's incomplete.
I mean, great pressure, but where was the flag? I mean, the kid got tackled down to the ground. He was bringing Zager down, it seemed like. No penalty right there. But, I mean, look, great job with the pressure right there. And look, he's literally getting taken down. I mean, there's nothing. He's holding his shoulder pads. And this is what you've seen all night from Jackson Zager. He's been uncomfortable all night, under duress, and that's credited to the North Haven Indians D line as well.
2nd and 10.
I guess I'm getting excited for Sunday.
Zager with the screen pass is complete. That is Jake Thaw with his first reception of the night, only getting a couple yards though.
Well, that's what you're going to have to start doing with this offense right now, because right now North Haven is completely shutting down Jack Thaw of getting. He likes to run a lot of slants, a lot of out routes, but North Haven's done a heck of a job secondary wise. That's why you're going to start seeing more bubble screens. They're going to try to do everything they can to get him in the game plan, and you're seeing that right there. That was the first reception you said.
Yep.
Whew.
Might even been his first target too.
Credit to the secondary of North Haven. Well done.
3rd and 9, just under 2 minutes now. Zager in the pistol. Has a good look. Flushed out. That's Albert Hooks, almost with a sack. In coverage and incomplete.
That's a dangerous throw. Never want to throw in the middle of the field where there's a lot of maroon jerseys, and pressure again. I mean, it's Corey Hooks now on the defensive side. Albert Hooks on the offensive side, Corey Hooks on the defensive side, causing ruckus back there, and almost could have been another pick right there from the Indians. Jackson Zager just wants to get to halftime, probably. He wants to get to halftime, take a breather, because this North Haven defense, man, oh man, they are beating up this offensive Staples right now.
So it's 4th and 9. They will go for it, trailing 34-0. 4 wide receivers out. Zager drops back, throws it, complete. He's got the first down at the 15-yard line, and it was a good pass, good play there for Staples as they move the chains.
Well, it looks like they're running a fly route slot, wide open in the middle of the field right there. I mean, wide open, in between 3 defenders right there. Great throw. Had to make the big throw right there. Got to get some sort of points on this drive for Staples. Don't want to be going into halftime down 34-0. A great throw. One of the best, probably the best throw of the night from Zager early on in this game. So let's see what Staples does. They're driving. They're in the 20. Let's see if they can make some points out of this drive.
1st and 10 after the completion. Zager throws it up at the corner. Incomplete. Is there a flag? No. Coverage there by Justin White. That one, I don't know, Trev.
Let's check it out. Let's check it out.
We didn't quite see it here on the camera.
I mean, it's a back shoulder fade. I mean, I like the throw. It's a fade to the big tight end right there, 6'3" tight end. That's one of the tough calls. It's like holding. Could happen every play. Pass interference. It's one of the tough calls. You really got to see if it's definite.
I don't know.
Right there, I mean, that's an up-in-the-air call.
Justin White, I don't even think turned towards the ball once.
Well, if he's not turning towards the ball, yes, that should be an obvious pass interference. The refs didn't decide it wasn't a pass interference.
2nd and 10. Zager looks right, throws short, incomplete.
Zager's passes.
That one there, I mean, he had the time to make a good throw to Jake Thaw.
It looks like they were trying to just get him the ball, look like another screen, quick throw right there. And that's what happens when you're getting pressure throughout the night. You're getting the ball off quicker than usual. And that's what you're seeing from Jackson Zager tonight. He's getting the ball off as quick as he can. It might not look pretty, but that's credited to the defensive line and the linebacking crew of the North Haven defense.
So 3rd and 10 for Staples trying to get on the board here before the half, and they did defer.
It would be a nice little thing to have right before halftime. You've been getting completely embarrassed right now for the first half. Got to get some sort of points, and I'm not talking field goal. I'm talking a touchdown.
Yeah, and Staples does call a timeout here with just over a minute to go. If you're just joining us here with North Haven leading 34-0, my name's Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keys. It has been a very big night for the running game for North Haven as we have 4 rushing touchdowns from Jaden Watson.
Haven't passed once.
Corey Hooks with a touchdown himself. He also has a fumble recovery. An interception earlier in this game from Max Augustine. And, I mean, it's just been a very good game for North Haven.
It's been a complete first half right now, 34. I mean, the score says it all. That's all you need to know. And the other thing I've noticed, you know, Mike, I don't know if I've seen, Michael, the Staples team, when they're on offense, North Haven is getting them in a lot of third downs, a lot of third and longs, fourth downs. That's credit right there. Staples doesn't like to be in these third and longs right now, even though they're a passing team. Let's see what they do on this third down coming up.
Zager looks left. Now moves up to the middle, wide open touchdown.
Finally
Jigsaw
gets to his favorite target right there, wide open in the back of the end zone right there. Just patiently waiting. See, he had time, and that's a good job on the offensive line. All day, waits, he gets in between the linebacker. No safety help right there, and gets the opening lane right there for the touchdown. And a much, much needed touchdown right before half for Staples.
So Staples not quite coming out yet.
Just like you said, Ben, good drive to end the first. Good drive to start the second now.
Costanti will kick the extra point for Staples. And a whistle blown before the snap.
Actually, I don't have a 97 on this team. I don't have a 97 on the team.
Drew Halpern on.
At least on the roster we were given.
The mystery man.
Bad snap, and he's going to get hit.
Wow, talk about sloppy on the holds tonight with the extra points tonight. Is that 3? That's 3. 2 from North Haven, 1 from now Staples.
Yep.
Yeah, they got to fix that up.
Well,
both teams.
We did have some bad rain a couple days ago, but you would think the grass is dried up for them, but.
Are you making an excuse for them?
No, I'm just saying.
Are you making an excuse for them?
No, I'm not making an excuse. I'm just saying it could be possible the grass could be wet and that could be causing bad snaps.
It's one of the few grass fields still left in the state. Everybody's moving over to turf, and times like that, where you see 3 times tonight, you've seen mishandles. So, hey, Michael, you might be onto something now.
What are your thoughts on the turf field? I mean, this is kind of controversial where people have said that turf fields can cause a lot of injuries.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, as a football player, it's cool to play on grass, but when you're playing when it's raining, or even like a night like this where the dew, trust me, you slip a lot. You'd rather be on turf. I'd rather play on turf. It doesn't have to be artificial turf. It could be just the grass/turf type of field where you're seeing a lot of teams going to now. I prefer the turf, but that's my preferred choice. How about you?
I never played football, so I couldn't tell you.
You couldn't say, what looks nicer? How's that?
Yeah, there we go. It'll be Albert Hooks with the return to the 20, 25, breaks a tackle, 30, stays on his feet, 40, pushed out of bounds there. Nice return by Albert Hooks. There's a flag late.
There's been a lot of chippiness throughout this game. I haven't seen a lot of unsportsmanlike or unnecessary roughness by both teams, but I've seen it's been a little chippy throughout this first half. Got to clean that up, too. Don't want to be getting ejected or anything. Don't do it. As you can see, Sags, he's not happy. Don't want to be doing anything stupid because you get ejected, you're automatically done for the next game as well. And especially if you're a senior, you should know better than to be irresponsible and make a decision like that, knowing that you could miss a game or 2.
It is a personal foul against North Haven. So what would be a great return is now going to get kicked back for 15 yards.
Right before the half, too. I mean, North Haven playing the perfect first half, it seems like. Got to clean up little things like that. Those are fixable issues as well, though.
So we'll probably just get a knee here to close out the first half. A very strong first half for the North Haven Indians, leading 34-6. Led by Jaden Watson and Corey Hooks. Corey Hooks was injured midway through the second quarter. He is standing with his teammates on the field, on the sidelines. Appears to be okay, but the question is, will we see him at all here in the second half?
You're up 4 touchdowns right now. There's no need to unless a miraculous comeback from Staples happens. That's the only way I see number 3 coming back into the field playing for North Haven.
So they take the knee, the clock finishes out, and North Haven will go to the half with a very good lead, 34-6. Staples starts with the ball. We'll take a little break here. When we come back, we'll go over everything in the first half, keys to the second half, and of course, the second half. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Subway, Universal Drive, North Haven. Locally owned and operated, featuring delicious subs, wraps, salads, and all of your catering needs. Subway, Universal Drive next to Home Depot in North Haven.
Arnold's Jewelers, the North Haven Diamond Center, 117 Washington Avenue in North Haven. Decades of experience and a deep commitment to the North Haven community. Visit us today at thearnoldsjewelers.com. Forget-Me-Not Florist, 39 State Street, North Haven. A true full-service flower shop providing same-day delivery. Whether it's birthdays, anniversaries, or sympathy, Forget-Me-Not is there for you.
HB Communications, 60 Dodge Avenue, North Haven. Since 1946, specializing in audio-video solutions, including video conferencing, unified communications, digital signage, and more. HB Communications.
North Haven Funeral Home, 36 Washington Avenue, North Haven. Since 1953, the one source families rely on for caring, compassionate service. North Haven Funeral Home.
The Landing of North Haven, offering personalized assisted living and memory care service. They feature a highly trained staff and activities prioritizing health and wellness. The Landing of North Haven, a warm, friendly, and welcoming environment at 201 Clintonville Road.
At the half, it is 34-6. North Haven leads. Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keys. A very impressive first half for North Haven.
Yeah.
4 rushing touchdowns for Jaden Watson. Another touchdown from Corey Hooks. And speaking of Corey Hooks, he did leave the game midway through the second quarter with a leg injury, an ankle injury.
It seems
he
like.
seemed to be okay towards the end. He did not play the rest of the half. But we do have to come into this halftime break with some very sad news that we saw. As we were
Unexpected.
getting ready. This is very unexpected. It appears that Albert Hooks was taken away on a stretcher and in a neck brace. So obviously we don't know the full extent of the injury, but if we get any more information, we'll let you know. The situation with both Corey and Albert Hooks, but those are big injuries if they are out for the rest of this game.
The Hooks brothers, these are 2 of the best players on the team, especially Corey's been great offensively. He's been the alpha tonight, it seems like. I know Watson's been the touchdown machine maker, it seems like, but everything revolves around Corey Hooks. And then Albert Hooks has done a tremendous job defensively as well, pressuring Jackson Zagar and made his night very uncomfortable. Hasn't made the throws that he's used to making so far early on in the season, throwing picks, fumbling the ball. They haven't looked good offensively, Staples, and you got to give credit to both the Hooks brothers. They're doing their part offensively and defensively. 2 big losses.
Yes, it is, and you wonder. Yes, it is only 34-6. With another half to go. You think North Haven has a comfortable lead, but no lead is too comfortable.
No, never. You got to keep going. Your offense has looked great so far for the first 24 minutes of this game, but you have to keep it going. You can't stop now. I know it's 34-6. It looks pretty right now on the scoreboard, but you got to keep it going. This is a talented team. They got players on the offense. They got players on the defense, so you got to keep it going. And Sagnell, I hope, is laying into them as well still, because there is a couple things that need to be fixed. The sloppiness of the miscues special teams wise, and also the unsportsmanlike penalties. Little things that need to be fixed. So it's been perfect offensively and defensively, but still, there are things that need to be corrected, and I know Sags is doing that currently.
Now, one thing Staples was able to do on that last drive was get the ball in Jake Thaw's hands. That is a guy that we talked about in the pregame show, someone that needed to get involved for Staples. He was basically quiet the entire first quarter.
2 or 3 receptions?
2 or 3 receptions. He finally got into the end zone for a touchdown that got Staples on the board.
Yeah.
With a big lead like this, you would think Staples would be basically all pass from here on out.
Yeah.
Does that mean we'll see more of Jake Thaw, or do they put more of a target on Jake Thaw?
Well, you got to give the credit to North Haven secondary and defense. I mean, the couple times we've seen Jackson Thaw got through for the touchdown, but other than that, it was just a little screenplay. They've done a tremendous job, and you got to give all the credit to the secondary. You got to give credit to Coach Filardi, who's done a tremendous job of taking, kind of like the Bill Belichick, like taking away your best player, and they are doing that right now. And for Staples to come back, they got to get 15 the ball. And I said in a pregame, he's like the Mike Montana of this offense. Everything revolves around him, so they have to get him the ball one way or the other.
Now, Staples does start with the ball in the second half after deferring the coin toss. What's the game plan here for the first drive for Staples if they want to get back into this game?
I think you said it, Michael. I mean, got to pass the ball. I mean, running the ball right now is probably not an option because it's going to take away from the clock. The clock is not your friend right now. It's your enemy. You're down 4 touchdowns. You have to come down, pass the football. They look good in the last drive. I know it was a short field, but they look good. They went down. Jackson Sagar had a little more confidence, got the touchdown, a much-needed touchdown right before the half. They got to start passing the ball and passing the ball a lot, whether that's screens, big-time plays. They have to get the ball to the receivers and even add in Henry Beck because he's a tremendous player. They have to do the best they can, and if they want to get back into the game, it's going to have to start with throwing the football. Now, and that starts with 19 as well.
Now, knowing that you're going to be passing the ball almost every play from here on out, does that mean more blitzing from Coach Velarde?
I would, because it's worked so far. It's worked so far in the first 24 minutes. Jackson Zagar has not looked himself tonight. You said he had 6 pick. He threw a 6 pick tonight early on. Max Augusty, great play of intercepting that ball. But that's because of the pressure. Albert Hooks, and we just talked about it, the loss of Albert Hooks. 2 of the Hooks brothers. That could be huge on North Haven. I know they're up 4 touchdowns currently right now, but that could be huge defensively and offensively. Albert Hooks has done a tremendous job of pressuring Jackson Zagar and making his life uncomfortable. Under duress, sloppy throws, missing targets, and guess what? Now with Albert Hooks that could change drastically for this offense, or for the defense of North Haven. So yes, keep bringing the blitzes. It was working in the first half. Do not stop anything you were doing in the first half. Don't even throw the ball, because running the football has been working for the first 24 minutes. Don't change anything. Everything's been working. That's what North Haven needs to do to win this game and be successful.
Well, they are 24 minutes away from getting back in the win column after losing 2 straight, getting back to the winning ways before they go on the road to Pomperog. So we have a short break, and after that we'll have the second half here. North Haven leads 34-6. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
The Landing of North Haven, offering personalized assisted living and memory care service. They feature a highly trained staff and activities prioritizing health and wellness. The Landing of North Haven, a warm, friendly, and welcoming environment at 201 Clintonville Road.
Subway, Universal Drive, North Haven. Locally owned and operated, featuring delicious subs, wraps, salads, and all of your catering needs. Subway, Universal Drive next to Home Depot in North Haven.
Arnold's Jewelers, the North Haven Diamond Center, 117 Washington Avenue in North Haven. Decades of experience and a deep commitment to the North Haven community. Visit us today at thearnoldsjewelers.com. Forget-Me-Not Florist, 39 State Street, North Haven. A true full-service flower shop providing same-day delivery. Whether it's birthdays, anniversaries, or sympathy, Forget-Me-Not is there for you.
HB Communications, 60 Dodge Avenue, North Haven. Since 1946, specializing in audio-video solutions, including video conferencing, unified communications, digital signage, and more. HB Communications.
North Haven Funeral Home, 36 Washington Avenue, North Haven. Since 1953, the one source families rely on for caring, compassionate service. North Haven Funeral Home.
At the half, North Haven leads 34-6. My name is Michael Valenti. Trevor Keys will be with me in just a minute. He's actually trying to get a status on the Hooks brothers, who both left the game early. Corey Hooks with an ankle injury, and Albert Hooks, who left the game on a stretcher in a neck brace. Hopefully the injury is not too severe and it's just more precaution than anything.
At 7 p.m.
But on the positive note, Jaden Watson has looked very good for the North Haven running game with 4 rushing touchdowns.
Yes. So, talking about Albert Hooks, I just talked to Mr. Mikas. He just said it's a precautionary injury. Just want to be safe with that. It's neck, but they just want to be safe with that.
So it is a neck injury. He will be out for the rest of this game. He left on a stretcher and a neck brace, but will
look who's also back. Look who's back, though. Corey Hooks. Number 3 is back.
So Corey Hooks is on the kickoff team, so he is back in the game. Chase DiCarlo will kick a high booming kick, and this one will be returned by Armentano. Gets through the middle, 35, and just tackled at the 39-yard line.
When both teams have gotten the ball, it's been in good field position, so it hasn't been the issue. It's just can they capitalize now, Staples, and that's been a great job on the secondary and the defensive line of North Haven. They've done a tremendous job of slowing down this offense. So can Staples really get anything going? They got something going last drive before the half. Can they get it going again?
So it is now 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Jackson Zager having a really tough time against this Indians defense. 1st and 10. And they're going to hand it off to Henry Beck. And Corey Hooks and a couple other Indians around there with the tackle, and they stop forward progress right at the line of scrimmage.
They're going to try to get something going. They want to at least try to get back to running the football here and there, but not going to be sticking to it as well. They got to start passing the ball. Time is not a friend of theirs. They need to start getting the ball to 15. It doesn't have to be in the passing game. It could be any type of way. You got to get 15 the ball. Get him involved in this offense.
2nd and 10 on the no gain from Henry Beck. 2 wide receivers on both sides here in the formation. As the Staples go with the pistol offense, North Haven with their single wing offense. 2 very unique offenses. Zager looks to throw. Has someone up the middle, incomplete, intended for Armentano.
He had him open. Armentano was wide open in the middle of the field again, kind of like similar to his big 3rd down conversion early on last drive when they scored eventually. He was one of the big reasons why they got into that red zone area, and it was just an underthrown ball. And that's, I mean, the credit is going back to the pressure. Jackson Zagar just doesn't look himself tonight, does not look comfortable right now, and that's got to be the credit to the defensive line.
3rd and 10 on the incomplete pass. Zager looks to throw, has pressure, now has time in the pocket, up the middle, it is complete. That's Jake Thorne, he's hit from behind, but they get the 1st down. And that hit was really hard on Jake Thorne.
He might have lost the wind on there. It might have fell on the ball. But that's what, hey, when he has time, he's going to deliver. And he's going to make the great throw. And look what just happened. He has all day in the pocket. That's a great job of blocking. Staples delivers a great throw, middle of the field again. And Jack Dahl, 15, there he is. Didn't have many receptions early on in the first half. Got already one early on in the second half now. See if they can continue to get him involved in this offense.
They go no huddle here. 3 wide receivers on the near side on 1st and 10. Zager looks to throw to his left. The pass is complete. Get to the 25-yard line, and that's Thaw again.
That's what you got to do. Hey, you'll take anything they're giving to you. If they're going to give you the 5 to 6 yards, you'll take it. Don't only have to go for a home run. Keep chipping away, getting those 5 to 6 yards differently. North Haven's been doing it, running the football. Can Staples establish that with the passing game? And right there, it's looked good so far for the first 2 minutes of this early on second half.
2nd and 5 after the short pass. Zager looks to throw. It's Thaw again from the slot, breaks a tackle. He's got the 1st down. He's inside the 10, just shy of the 5-yard line, and they are finally figuring out how to get to Jake Thaw.
Well, it's very simple. I mean, North Haven plays soft coverage. He's giving him 5 to 6 yards. He's going to take that. They're going to throw the ball. They're going to get him the ball. You have to play tight coverage on this type of kid because anytime he gets the ball, he can make plays, and you're seeing that right there. Already 2 or 3 receptions in this early 3rd quarter. He had 3 receptions interceptions all the first half. So they're getting 15 involved in the offense, and it's been working. North Haven has to find a way to slow down this Staples offense in this third quarter.
First and goal from the 6-yard line.
Takes the snap.
And there's some miscommunication there, and he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And there's Corey Hook, one of the many defenders on that play. Also involved, number 51, Kyle Maruka.
Yeah, it looked right from the start. It looked like Zagar wanted to keep it. Beck wanted to have the ball. They had a miscommunication right there. Luckily, it wasn't a fumble, though. At least somebody got to hold on. That could have been devastating for the Staples offense right now. Going in, seems like they have that confidence going, building up right now, and they feel positive going into this third quarter right now because of the drive that they're establishing in this game.
Second and goal. Clock continues to run here. Staples trying to go back-to-back drives with a score. Zager, quick throw to the left side, incomplete, intended for Thaw.
And that would have been, if he made that catch and that throw, oof, that was tight coverage right there. Going with the slant route again. He had the safety 21 over the top right there. Almost makes the play. If he's looking at that, we're talking maybe a pick six. Tough throw, and he almost got it delivered as well, though.
So with it being third and goal here, inside the 6-yard line, do you put the target on number 15?
I'm trying to find him. He's my number one guy I'm looking for right now. Wherever 15 goes, that's your first option. Find your progressions. It's all about progressions. Look at your first progression. Go to the next one if it's not there. Don't force anything.
Zager looks to his right. Touchdown.
And that was easy. That kind of looked like Brady the Gronk. Look at Gronk. Look at that. That's a big boy right there, tight end. That was very easy. Man-to-man coverage. Gets the inside right there. They had no chance. That's like the Patriots of just picking apart the secondary right there. Gronk, touchdown. And look at Staples right now. Just like that, they go right down. 3.5 minutes, and we have a 34, possibly 13 game, 3-touchdown game. Still plenty of time, Michael.
So it is a back-to-back scoring drives for Staples after the touchdown from to A.J. Constanti. And they look to get the extra point here. And the extra point is good.
And they're feeling some confidence right now. You got to be feeling confidence if you're the Staples offense and the team as a whole now.
So with that, North Haven still has the lead. It's 34-13. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
The Landing of North Haven, offering personalized assisted living and memory care service. They feature a highly trained staff and activities prioritizing health and wellness. The Landing of North Haven, a warm, friendly, and welcoming environment at 201 Clintonville Road.
Subway, Universal Drive, North Haven. Locally owned and operated, featuring delicious subs, wraps, salads, and all of your catering needs. Subway, Universal Drive next to Home Depot in North Haven.
Arnold's Jewelers, the North Haven Diamond Center, 117 Washington Avenue in North Haven. Decades of experience and a deep commitment to the North Haven community. Visit us today at thearnoldsjewelers.com.
8:24 to go in the third quarter. Staples starts the second half with a touchdown, 6 yards from Zager to Costanti. And let's see if North Haven answers.
This is a big drive for North Haven right now. Giving up 2 touchdown drives last time, 2 times. Got to see if they could bounce back and continue the hot start that they had in the first half with their offense and their ground game. Do we see a little more passing? Who knows? If they continue the run game, could be a long night though. Second half for the Staples team has no answer for the rushing attack of North Haven.
A high end-over-end kick will be returned by Jaden Watson, who already has 4 touchdowns from rushing. He breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. He's loose to the 30, 35, breaks another tackle, 40, 45, 50, another tackle, 40, 35, 30, 25, another tackle broken. My, what a return by Jaden Watson.
Yeah, that might have been a 60-yard return, but it felt like a 1,000-yard return. He looked done. He looked stuffed at about the 24-yard line. It seemed like Staples had him bunched up, and somehow the elusiveness, just breaking tackles left and right. Did we count how many broken tackles he had? He had to have at least 3 to 4, maybe 5 tackles right there. Unbelievable job. Jaden Watson, wow. This is impressive. I was about to say, the only thing we're missing is a returning touchdown, and I'm like, oh boy. Special kid tonight. He's having a special night in North Haven. Field position again. Here we go. Staples has their hands full right now.
1st and 10, it's Corey Hooks going to the right side, finds a hole, and he's going to get into the end zone for a touchdown, his second of the night.
Wow, that was easy, right? Look at that, just the patience. The continued patience is what makes him so special. Sees the hole open, bam, see ya. Wasn't even a chance. Waits for his blockers, waits for the hole to open up, exploits it, see you later. Another 6 for the Indians. And I just said this was a big drive. Well, that was quick. That was a very quick drive. That's the answer you want.
Set up by Jaden Watson on the return, and Corey Hooks takes one play to get it into the end zone.
6 total touchdowns. Wow. What a day. What a day. What a night these two young kids are having right now. Very, very impressive.
On the records.
So Staples gets called for an illegal substitution penalty before the extra point.
So any momentum that Staples had going into this drive kind of just got deflated, it seemed like.
It seems like it.
Because they go right down, they get the 2 touchdowns, they get, okay, we're starting to feel good about ourselves. And the defense, the special teams, big play by Jaden Watson, and then Corey Hooks doing what he's been doing all night, setting the tone for this North Haven rushing attack, and kind of just probably deflated it. And that's another one.
Chase DeCarlo.
It looked like the water boy. 62, there you are, just take it. That's 3. That's 3 times that's happened in North Haven. Those are things that need to be. What is going on? Find a new guy that could hold the ball, because right now 3 times. I don't care if it's 40 or 13. It's the little things that coaches see in the end.
40-13, North Haven leads. Under 8 minutes to go. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Subway, Universal Drive, North Haven. Locally owned and operated, featuring delicious subs, wraps, salads, and all of your catering needs. Subway, Universal Drive next to Home Depot in North Haven.
Arnold's Jewelers, the North Haven Diamond Center, 117 Washington Avenue in North Haven. Decades of experience and a deep commitment to the North Haven community. Visit us today at thearnoldsjewelers.com. Forget-Me-Not Florist, 39 State Street, North Haven. A true full-service flower shop providing same-day delivery. Whether it's birthdays, anniversaries, or sympathy, Forget-Me-Not is there for you.
Here's the kickoff, and that's a squib kick. Will be returned by Armentano. He looks like he's going to have a good return here. Breaks a tackle and then dropped at the 40-yard line. So a couple good returns from both sides of the ball tonight.
Why haven't we talked about him tonight? It seems like this kid has been making plays quietly for Staples all night. When Jack Daw has been missing, Amaretto comes up and has taken up the spotlight, it seems like. Why haven't we talked about him enough? He's having a heck of a day so far. Returning, doing a fine job. And then offensively, it seems like he's been the #1 option for this team.
1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. So Staples tries to answer back the touchdown that they just gave back. Try to make it 3 scoring drives in a row. They're trying to, get Thaw involved in this game.
And they did last drive, though, which is good. That was a good sign to see.
Beck gets the carry, gets to the outside edge, 1st down, and he dives out of bounds. Good play there by Henry Beck.
They're getting their players involved. They're big-time guys that they have. They've been running they're going to continue to run the ball. And guess what? That was one of the more successful runs right there. Henry Beck bouncing it back outside, taking on the opposite side. I mean, he's been doing a tremendous job when he gets the ball. He's just one of those type of football players.
And you notice there on that play, Corey Hooks was just, he went on the weak side and just chased him all the way.
He's an animal. He's a great football player. He knows how to play the game the right way. I mean, he's one of the middle linebackers right there. That's one of the leaders of the team. Supposed to be the guy you speak up, you talk to. He's the one that makes the changes, the adjustments on the defense, and he's done a great job. And speaking of the devil, he was involved in that play. He's a great football player.
Delayed handoff goes nowhere as Corey Hooks was the tackler on that play, and he leads this team in tackles. He's not just good offensively. He's shown in defensively throughout this year for North Haven.
I mean, he's a complete football player. I mean, both the Hooks brothers, they're complete football players. They know how to play the game. They know how to play it the right way, and they're tough, hard-nosed kids. And you're seeing it on display tonight from Albert Hooks defensively, and now Corey Hooks both offensively and defensively.
2nd and 10 from the 49-yard line. Jackson Zager looks left, throws, incomplete, intended for Thaw.
Missed opportunity right there. Had the inside track of the slant right there. Had the defender beat. Just got to make the play right there.
Look at the replay.
I mean, he's wide open right there. Gets behind the linebacker. Just got to make the catch right there. Maybe hear footsteps coming, Michael. You never know.
It's possible. I've always said if it touches the hands, it's a catchable ball. It was a little behind him, but that one there, it's got to be caught.
Oh, he's got to make that play right there. Help your quarterback out. He got you the ball, and you were open. You have to make the play right there.
3rd and 10 from the 49-yard line. 6:22 to go in the third quarter. North Haven leads 40-13. Zager looking, throwing, pass complete to Armentano, slips, but he's got the first down.
I mean, that's 3 times I've seen Armentano get wide open like that, middle of the field. Seems like the same exact concept, and that's who he's been going to. That's been his favorite target tonight. It hasn't been Jack Thaw. It's been Armentano that's been doing a heck of a job of really taking up that number 1 position receiver spot tonight with the Jack Thaw not having the game that he's used to having. So a great job right now.
Staples goes no huddle. Throws into coverage, nearly intercepted.
Didn't like the decision right there, Jackson Zagar. He's throwing it into a tight window, first off, and he's throwing it with a bunch of maroon jerseys around, surrounding him. So that's a tough throw. I know you want to get your playmaker the ball, but you got to look for the best option. You're trying to score. You're not trying to get a turnover and really end this game pretty much with a turnover of any sort, and even a 3-and-out or something. Any turnover on downs for this Staples team, you can almost book this game then.
Jackson Zager was actually looking for a roughing the passer penalty as Corey Hooks came in after the throw and hit him, but the refs did not give him a call. 2nd and 10.
No, not a lot of flags tonight, Michael.
Zager has pressure in front of him, able to dump it in front of Beck. Beck gets to the sideline and pushed out of bounds. And some extracurricular activity. Someone's knocked down in the bench here.
And that's what I'm saying. The North Haven's got to be smarter. You're down. You got to be smarter. You can see Sags is not happy right now, and it's one of the Hooks brothers. It's not a good thing to see right now. Yes, you're winning big, but think about the future. Don't think about this game. This game is playing, but if you get ejected, you're done for next week's game as well. So why hurt your team? You're one of the best players on the team. Don't hurt your team right now. You're playing a hell of a game so far. Help your team. Don't hurt your team.
After the short game.
Got to stay composed.
There's no flag for that.
I'm surprised. They haven't really thrown a lot of flags tonight in this game.
3rd and 5 from the 25. Zager in the pistol formation. Looks to his left, throws left, into coverage, batted down, incomplete. I will say, Jackson Zager, for the most part tonight, has really only looked at his first look. He has not really checked down.
And what I've noticed, he's not making the smart decision right here. Another double. There's safety over the top help right there. I mean, that's a pretty good defended play, though, on North Haven. I got to give him credit for that. But he hasn't really done a great job of extending plays and looking for reading through his progressions. He's looked at always his first option, like you said, Michael. And that was probably the wrong option right there. He's throwing a couple. There's about 3 or 4 passes. He's throwing into double coverage, triple coverage tonight. And he's lucky he hasn't had more than 1 pick right now.
4th and 5. Staples goes for it. Three wide receivers on the far side. Zager looking to his right. He has to roll out. Pass is complete. They get the first down. And that was Ryan Thompson getting the first down for Staples. So the clock continues to run. The chains move, and Staples are still in this one.
I mean, if they're going to give him 5 to 6 yards off the ball, off the receiver, that's what they're going to do. They're going to give it. You're going to take it and give him a first down. In that situation, it's 4th and 5, and they're playing 6, 7 yards back as a cornerback. You got to be right up front. You got to be jamming them at the line, and North Haven's not been doing that. And it's an easy play for Jackson Zager and an easy decision for him.
1st and 10. Zager has time, throws, the pass, nowhere to be found.
Zager under pressure, unloads it into the end zone.
Actually, that time there, it looked like he actually was going through his progressions.
Just no receivers could get open. Good job by the secondary, but the better job of the defensive line of getting after Zager. And that's why he's seeing a lot of his throws off his back foot, just throwing wild footballs tonight. That's what he's been doing. And you can see it throughout from the start. He's very uncomfortable. Probably hasn't had this type of game so far throughout this season, and that's got to be the credit to North Haven's defense, because they've really been aggressive tonight. They haven't been playing conservative. They're bringing the blitz. They see the weakness right now, and they're going after it.
2nd and 10 from the 16-yard line. 2 drives so far in this third quarter, both ended with touchdowns.
Zager's pass.
The pass incomplete that time. They tried to go with a play-action fake there.
Luckily, he got the ball off because they were bringing the house, it seemed like. There were 4 or 5 guys behind in the backfield. Luckily, he got that ball off. And another bad throw, another throw to the side. Just hasn't been able to hit his receivers and hasn't been able to have the night that he was hoping to coming into this game.
Now, with the pressure that North Haven's defense is bringing, you wonder why they would go with the play-action there, Trev.
They kind of catch him off guard with the run. When you got a player like Henry Beck, you get him the ball, might confuse the defense. I like the call, but I like the defensive call even better.
Zager has all the time in the world. He throws to his left. The pass is complete.
What a catch.
Jake Thaw makes the catch inside the 5, and because he falls down, he does not need to be contacted in high school, so it's a first down and goal.
We're hearing people in the booth. Why didn't he? Look at all the open field. He must not want to run because he had the first down and more. Nobody's around him. And that's just a great throw, almost a missed throw again. But a great job of coming back for the ball. And Jack Thor, an unbelievable catch. I'm just thinking, why didn't he not run? He had all day, and he had all green in front of him. Why not run?
Let's see. It is 3rd and 1. Oh, no, 1st and goal. Sorry, 1st and goal.
Nonetheless, good catch by Thon to represent first and 3.
Handoff goes to Beck. He's hit, but he dives into the end zone, a touchdown. The 3rd straight drive ending with a touchdown for Staples. This time it's Henry Beck from 3 yards out.
I mean, you got to love what Staples' offense is doing right now. If you're the Staples coaching staff right now, you got to be pleased with this offense. Moving down the ball, moving down the field again on this North Haven defense. 3 straight drives, running the football right there with Henry Beck. Now, can the defense make a play? It all comes down to the defense. If not, it's going to be just a long game, and it's going to be it has the verge of being a shootout.
So we'll see how North Haven answers and how Staples' defense can hold on. That's the big question here. The kick is good. And another injury.
2 players down, I think.
Joseph Vitale able to get up. Another player is not able to get up. He's still on the ground. And that is Jaden Watson. That one looks like a cramp. We saw that a lot in the first game here.
You can only hope. You really can only hope because Jaden Watson, he's been the star of the night. And if he's down, the offense, you get Corey Hooks back, which is huge. But with Jaden Watson dealing with, who knows, hopefully just a cramp. It looks like a cramp. So
another touchdown for Staples. They make it a 20-point game. We'll take a break here. 40-20 with 3:41 to go in the third. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Arnold's Jewelers, the North Haven Diamond Center, 117 Washington Avenue in North Haven. Decades of experience and a deep commitment to the North Haven community. Visit us today at thearnoldsjewelers.com.
.341 to go here in the third quarter. 40-20, North Haven still leads. Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keys. And this one will be kicked and returned. It's David Pace getting the return here. Stiff arm, but he can't go anywhere after that, and he is dropped inside the 30-yard line.
A big stop right there. North Haven's had great field position throughout this game. So to see that, that's a rare stop by Staples. And you can see the Staples team looks a little fired up. Now, can this defense bring a little enthusiasm and try to make a big, much-needed stop? I know it's the third quarter, you still got another period, but a stop here can really change the momentum of this game and can really change the outcome of this game as well. So we'll see right here. The drive of the game, I know we say it multiple times, but this could be the drive of the game. How does Staples come back defensively? We're giving up a touchdown on the first play yet last drive, but their offense is managing to stand their ground. Can the defense do the same part as well?
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. Corey Hooks throws a wide open pass. It's completed. Joe Vitale
wow, what a
gets
play.
it to the 40. It's a first down. What a play. Unexpected play there.
The play call. I love the play call. Look at that. I'm thinking this is a run. They become so, I mean, look at that. Just wide open. Nobody covering Vitale, the tight end, wide open. And that's just what they've been doing tonight, though. That's, you're seeing all the guys in the backfield. Linebackers' eyes are looking in the backfield. That's what the success of the running game and Albert Hooks specifically, what he's done to get a wide open, and your captain, the ball as well.
That was the first pass attempt of the season for Corey Hooks, and it's a completion for 22 yards.
He might want to tell Coach, can I stay perfect? I don't want to throw again. Might want to stay that 1-for-1.
Corey Hooks breaks through the hole, gets a first down, and is dropped. A gain of about 14 on that play. Corey Hooks, it looked like he was going to be dropped for about 8 yards, somehow weaseled his way through a hole and got the first down.
This is about the second or third time we've seen this tonight. It looks like Staples has them bunched up in the backfield, but manages to keep moving forward, and another big run for North Haven. And they're going right down again. It seems like the same old story tonight.
1st and 10 for the Indians. They've crossed midfield and into the 46-yard line. Defensive stop needs to happen here for Staples. That is Max Augustine that breaks a couple tackles, keeps his feet going, and is eventually dropped at the 40-yard line. So a gain of about a couple yards on
probably
that
like
play.
2 or 3, but it's a tough 2 or 3 yards. The Staples hasn't done, you know what we really haven't talked about? Staples just hasn't done a good job of tackling. They just have had so many missed tackles. I mean, we're not even talking about the last return with Jada Watson breaking about 5 or 6 tackles, it seemed like. They have not been able to tackle these backs from North Haven, and that's why they're getting these huge chunks of yards each time they carry the ball.
2nd and 8 from the 40-yard line. Looks like Jaden Watson's back in the game for North Haven. And he gets the snap, finds a hole, but doesn't go anywhere with it. Clogs up quickly as he goes into it.
Yeah, one of the few stops on Staples that they've gotten to Watson. I mean, if you saw the defensive end, he had the inside very easily. Bad blocking on that part, and that's what happens. If you get a bad block, it's going to happen. Ain't no perfect game. But you see that, blocking, that's all that matters. In this offense, it's all about who wins the trenches. Who wins sides of the trenches. And North Haven, if they're winning the battle, the line of scrimmage, most of the time they're winning the football game. And it's showing right now.
3rd and 8 from the 40. Corey Hooks takes the carry, breaks a tackle behind the line, and he stopped just before the 35-yard line. And that was a big tackle there for Staples. And Hooks is down again.
Looks like the same injury as maybe earlier on as well. Coming from behind. all the way from the other side of the field, broken tackle. You got to tackle him like that. You got to tackle him low. He looks like a small guy, but he's going to run you over if you want to tackle him high. And who knows right now, he looks like he's in some pain currently.
Nick Pryor with the tackle that could have saved this game for Staples. Timeout on the injury. We'll take a timeout here too. North Haven up 20. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Forget-Me-Not Florist, 39 State Street, North Haven. A true full-service flower shop providing same-day delivery. Whether it's birthdays, anniversaries, or sympathy, Forget-Me-Not is there for you.
HB Communications, 60 Dodge Avenue, North Haven. Since 1946, specializing in audio-video solutions, including video conferencing, unified communications, digital signage, and more. HB Communications.
North Haven Funeral Home, 36 Washington Avenue, North Haven. Since 1953, the one source families rely on for caring, compassionate service. North Haven Funeral Home.
The Landing of North Haven, offering personalized assisted living and memory care service. They feature a highly trained staff and activities prioritizing health and wellness. The Landing of North Haven, a warm, friendly, and welcoming environment at 201 Clintonville Road.
Corey Hook still on the ground here as we come out of the break. North Haven leads 40-20, and this is not the first time Corey Hooks has left the game due to an injury, and it was the same left ankle, and he's having a tough time getting up.
This might be the end of Corey Hooks tonight. You saw him early on, injured, got up, came back and played. He's been excellent, just like the first half he came in, but now I think tonight this might be the end of the night for Corey Hooks.
He's actually being carried off the field.
Looks like knee. Looks like a knee, that could be. You can only hope it's not a knee, because if it's a knee injury, you know how we always point to the ACL injury. It's always one of the most serious injuries in all of football, and it can really devastate a career for some football players.
I mean, you look at that tackle, and we'll go to the tackle after the play.
Big fourth down right now for the Indians and Staples.
North Haven's going to go for it here on 4th and 1. It goes to Watson. Watson has the room, first down, little extra, and he gets out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
And you got to give it to you, the player that's been doing the most for you, it seems like. Jada Watson, a heck of a job right there. Yeah, back to the injury right there, comes from behind. Looks like kind of like maybe the Saquon Barkley injury. Got his ankle tripped up and kind of maybe rolled it as he was going down. Who knows? He looked like he was pointing to his knee and holding it, maybe re-aggravated that ankle injury that he hurt on.
Yeah, right.
Early in the game.
Right there, he might have twisted it again.
Might have re-aggravated from the first half. So his day's probably most likely done.
And the third quarter is over. North Haven is 12 minutes away from getting another victory here as they lead 40-20. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Forget-Me-Not Florist, 39 State Street, North Haven. A true full-service flower shop providing same-day delivery. Whether it's birthdays, anniversaries, or sympathy, Forget-Me-Not is there for you.
HB Communications, 60 Dodge Avenue, North Haven. Since 1946, specializing in audio-video solutions, including video conferencing, unified communications, digital signage, and more. HB Communications.
North Haven Funeral Home, 36 Washington Avenue, North Haven. Since 1953, the one source families rely on for caring, compassionate service. North Haven Funeral Home.
The Landing of North Haven, offering personalized assisted living and memory care service. They feature a highly trained staff and activities prioritizing health and wellness. The Landing of North Haven, a warm, friendly, and welcoming environment at 201 Clintonville Road.
We start the fourth quarter here. Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keys. North Haven leading 40-20.
You seem happy that I'm back. I felt the excitement there.
It's much easier when you're here than doing this by myself, I will say.
It's okay. I got your back, buddy.
Jaden Watson gets the direct snap, and he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage there, making the tackle, number 42, Griffin Balakic.
And this is where, and now he's dealing with an injury right now. And remember how you asked me, what do you prefer, the grass or turf? Situations like this, when it gets colder in the night, it starts to get uncomfortable. The field gets really slippery. I know it doesn't look wet, but the dew, trust me.
But we've seen it with the botched snaps on the extra points tonight.
Now you got to keep an eye on him as well. Look at that. Both of your big home run threats are currently out for North Haven. Let's see what they have for offense right there.
Quick pass is complete to Vitale. Stiff arm, sideline, dives for the end zone. He might be out of bounds at around the 1 yard line.
I mean, I love the call. I love the call. Fake the run. Looks like you're running it. Great throw. And throw it to your tight end. Throw your big target, your captain, and almost get the job done right there. Hey, I like what I'm seeing. They're starting to throw the ball a little more. I know it's only been 2 times, but the 2 times they've done it, guess what? It's been huge. Big plays for the North Haven Indians, and that's a credit to the rushing attack.
So first and goal.
First and goal. Patrick Lillis and Justin White behind center for North Haven. It goes to Justin White, and he will be short of the goal line.
Looks like he's about.
Justin White, who has been the passing back for North Haven this year, and they've done a lot of passing with him this year, actually with 26 attempts already this year. That's usually...
Leads the team.
Obviously.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's usually what you get for the entire season with North Haven's offense.
Yeah, when you're running the ball and you're so successful with it, you're not going to be. I mean, we've been talking about this for 4 or 5 years now. I mean, when we played, it was the same thing. We didn't really pass the ball a lot. Now you're starting to see here and there little glimpses of some nice pass plays, but it's all been running. And speaking of running, guess who just scored, Michael?
Number 5 of the night, Jaden Watson.
My goodness, get this man a nice steak and cheese or something. He deserves something nice.
Number 5. This time he dives in.
Can we get this man something to eat? This guy's been...
He's definitely burned his calories tonight.
They've been feeding the ball to him and Corey Hooks, and both of them have delivered masterfully tonight. And you know what? Well done. 5 touchdowns. I don't think we've seen a 5-touchdown performance. Oh my, that's 4. 4 times.
Another missed field goal or missed extra point. I believe the last time we have seen a 5-touchdown game here
was it
at Mike
Montano's?
It was Mike Montano.
Was it Mark?
No, it was Mike Montano. Mike Montano scored 5 touchdowns in a game.
And that was that historic season with the North Haven Indians.
Yep.
When they went to the state championship game, their offense, we never even had, it seemed like no competition at all throughout that year. The games were over by halftime. 5 touchdowns. Think about that. 5 touchdowns in a high school football game. I don't care who you're playing. That's impressive.
That's impressive at any level of football.
Oh, 100%. 5 touchdowns is 5 touchdowns. And Jada Watson, man, he better go enjoy himself tonight. Go get some food, hang out with the boys, and enjoy, because guess what? You've delivered. Unbelievable. My first game back, and you know what? I got to see quite a performance tonight. And we still got 10 minutes left. He might put up 6 or 7 more. He might put up another 2. You never know.
You never know, but you know, there's still a very tough schedule here on out for North Haven, and with a 26-point lead, you already saw both Hooks brothers leave this game.
Yep.
I think we may have seen the end of Jaden Watson. Let him finish with 5 touchdowns.
But has Staples given you a reason to say, I know, yeah, you're up 26, might as well bring the JVs in, maybe thinking about it. But have they given you any reason to think not that he can score another 2 touchdowns? Have they given you a reason, Michael? They've been on defense every drive, and they've given up a touchdown.
That's true.
They haven't had to stop.
That's true. And, you know, they go on the road next week against Pomperog, and then they finish with 2 more home games. They finish their home season against Shelton and against Sheehan.
Shelton, the next opponent's going to be very tough. It's going to be, I mean, you like to see this team 100% healthy going into Shelton, because Shelton is one of the most respected programs in all the state of Connecticut. You want to see the Hooks brothers 100% and give them the best chance to be competitive throughout that game. So that's going to be a tough task. I mean, the rest of the schedule, Sheehan, Sheehan has been quite surprising the past couple years. They've done well. Xavier's having it down here. And then the Thanksgiving game as well. That's always a fun game.
1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Zager scopes around, throws a deep ball to the near side, and it's caught by Jake Thaw. What a catch by Jake Thaw. The best thrown ball tonight by Jackson Zager.
Yeah, what a throw. I mean, bringing the pressure. I mean, he stayed in the pocket. From the past 3 quarters, we've seen Jackson Zager get that from this North Haven D, and he's looked uncomfortable. He delivers a perfectly thrown ball to his favorite guy, Jack Thaw, and he's really starting to get his groove going. I know it might be a little too late for Staples to get going to 15, getting the ball to 15. He's done a heck of a job.
Pass tipped and incomplete.
Passing broken up by Joe Ortel.
I would love to know how many times Jackson Zager has thrown the ball tonight.
Quite a lot.
Probably about 30 or 40 times. Now, has he completed a lot? It's a different story. But he's been throwing the ball a lot, and that's what happens when you get out and you're trailing early on by 3 touchdowns. You're going to have to start throwing the ball.
And they're now taking some deep shots here. We saw the completion to Jake Thaw, and then that last attempt to Constanti. 2nd and 10 from the 49-yard line. Staples trailing by 26 with 9:28 to go in this game. North Haven brings the blitz. Gets a good block, but he's sacked.
And that's the first sack of the game, I believe.
That is the first sack of the game, and that was Patrick Lillis with the sack.
For a team that's been pressuring Zager all night, to say that's his first sack with 9 minutes left in the 4th quarter, pretty impressive. But that's what North Haven's been doing all night. They've been getting to him, and they finally got a sack. And I said, coming into this game, no sacks from... You weren't going to get a lot of sacks from Staples because we know North Haven likes to run the ball. They ain't going to throw the ball a lot. But North Haven, these teams came in with a total of 17 players with at least 1 sack in this season. Very impressive, and we finally got to see the first sack of this game from the North Haven Indians.
3rd and 13 after the sack. Jackson Zager looking around, throws the pass, incomplete, intended for Armentano. He had the man open.
He did have him.
But I believe Armentano might have lost his footing a little bit on that throw.
Let's check it out. And they're playing. Look how far off they're playing. So you're thinking, okay, get him beat inside. Oof, just missed. If he gets the ball a little higher up, you never know. That might be a touchdown right now for Staples. He's got a good arm. I said it in pre. He's had an excellent arm. It's just the pressure of North Haven that's really gotten to him. And you're seeing these underthrown balls and these bad throws that he hasn't been making this year. And that's got to be because of the pressure throughout the night.
4th and 13. 8.5 to go in this game. Staples trailing by 26. They need to get to the 39-yard line for the first down. Zager takes a high snap, has pressure, flushed out of the pocket, and he's sacked. Getting the sack is Kyle Maruka. Turnover on downs.
And that's a 2nd sack of the North Haven Indians this drive. And wow, they've been just going after him. Jackson Zager cannot wait to get to the bus and get home so he could get some ice packs because he's taking a beating right now from this North Haven D. Great job, North Haven. Pressure, secondary. They've given up some big plays in the secondary, but they've done a good enough job with the sustained lead right now. They've done a good enough job throughout the night.
It's going to be a long bus ride home for Jackson Zager tonight, especially that they have to cross I-91 to I-95 to Westport.
How long is that drive? What is that like?
Without traffic, it's about 30 minutes.
Oh.
With traffic, it's about 3 hours.
Thank God I don't have to work at Stanford. If I was working at Stanford tonight, oh boy.
So 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. And it's Max Augustine going up the middle, getting to the 32-yard line. That's about it.
Yeah, we really haven't called his name a lot. This has been one of the big guys going into this game, I thought. But we really haven't called a lot of people's names tonight. If we really think about it offensively, how many names have we called? We've called Corey Hooks, Watson, Vitale, and who else? It's been like 4 players that we've talked about all night, and that's all it's been. But that's how many players they have. They have so many more that we're just not seeing tonight because of the credit. The credit to Hooks and Watson leading the show. It's the Hook-Watson game, and that's what it's been. We haven't even talked about Max Augustine. We haven't talked about these guys. And that's just a credit to this offense of rushing attack that's been dominating for 3.5 quarters.
David Pace gets a direct snap, trying to get to the outside. He's had a couple carries before that one. Gets it to the 30.5-yard line. It's going to be close to the first down marker, but I believe they'll call him short.
North Haven's trying to do everything they can to just rush the clock and get out of here with a very impressive win. Offensively, defensively, if I'm the coaches, if I'm Coach Riccadelli, if I'm Alex Velarde right now, and I'm Coach Sagnella, I'm very pleased with both sides of the ball. Special teams, got to get a couple things fixed with that, get the snaps right, but also is the little unsportsmanlike. Get those things fixed because, God forbid, it's in a bigger game. In a game that you're trailing, a penalty like that could be detrimental to the team.
2nd and 2. So moving up the line, no flags called. They get the first down, a little extra, and that's Max Augustine getting the first down for North Haven.
Yeah, the refs are just not throwing flags tonight. I mean, there's a couple times we could see offsides, encroachment right by Stables, and this refs don't want to throw the flags tonight. I think we've seen 3 or 4 times. I don't know what's been less, passing attempts from North Haven or flags thrown tonight.
Now North Haven, they won their last home game here against Bunnell with a final score of 56-16. We're seeing another multi-touchdown game.
A comfortable win.
A comfortable win here. They have yet to win that tight matchup. Mm-hmm. Shelton's going to probably be their toughest opponent of the season.
Yes.
So heading into that game, what are the things that they can take from this win and carry over to the game against Shelton?
Well, first of all, I mean, Pomperac is no slouch. They've been a very competitive team.
Excuse me, Pomperac, you're right.
It's all good. They've been very competitive for a long time now. My most important thing is getting my team healthy because you got 2 of your best players. Don't know how long they're going to be out for. Could be serious injuries. It looks serious with Corey Hooks and then Albert Hooks. Anytime you see the neck brace, a neck injury possibly, that's something we don't ever want to mess around with. You got to get healthy. That's the most important thing because when they're healthy and they're feeding the ball to 3 and number 2 is causing havoc in the backfield, it's a good team. This is a good team. We've seen them, and you said it best. Yes, they won comfortably a couple times, beating Bunnell home and then beating, looks like this Staples game, looks like they're going to eventually pull it off. But when it comes down to the tight game, we haven't seen them, and that's what I need to see when you're dealing with adversity. It's nice when you're winning comfortably because you don't have to deal with that adversity. When you're down, how about like 2 touchdowns like Staples early on in the game? I want to see how you react to that. But the first most important thing is them getting healthy.
So it's going to be 3rd and short here for North Haven. North Haven leading 46-20 as we're just about the last 5 minutes. Here's a pass. Justin White dumps it, tipped, and caught! Touchdown!
Wow, what a play.
Catch.
I mean, I'm surprised they decided to throw the ball. I'm very surprised they decided to throw the ball, but look at that. It's a tip drill. That's why tip drills are always important in practice because the secondary, it looks like you have it, went up with one hand and then goes right in to the captain for the touchdown. He was hoping to get a touchdown tonight. The last play almost had a touchdown. Guess what? He got a touchdown, my friend.
It was just how they wrote it up on the playbook. It was intended for one receiver. He just tips it up in the air. It's an alley-oop in football, folks.
It's been that kind of game for North Haven. The luck has gone on their side. Rushing the ball, great. And then a pass play. They're only throwing the ball 3 times tonight, or 4 times it seems like. And you got a touchdown right there.
Chase DiCarlo looks for the extra point. A good snap. Just gets over for the extra point.
They got it off, though.
They did. 4.5 to go in this game. North Haven leads 53-20. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Forget-Me-Not Florist, 39 State Street, North Haven. A true full-service flower shop providing same-day delivery. Whether it's birthdays, anniversaries, or sympathy, Forget-Me-Not is there for you.
HB Communications, 60 Dodge Avenue, North Haven. Since 1946, specializing in audio-video solutions, including video conferencing, unified communications, digital signage, and more. HB Communications.
North Haven Funeral Home, 36 Washington Avenue, North Haven. Since 1953, the one source families rely on for caring, compassionate service. North Haven Funeral Home.
The Landing of North Haven, offering personalized assisted living and memory care service. They feature a highly trained staff and activities prioritizing health and wellness. The Landing of North Haven, a warm, friendly, and welcoming environment at 201 Clintonville Road.
4.5 to go in this game. North Haven leading 53-20. Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keys as we get another kickoff here. It's a squib kick and will be returned. Armentano gets to the 25-30, breaks the tackle, 35, and that's about it there.
I'm telling you, Armentano's been a heck of a player as well. Right? I mean, we haven't talked about him enough, but seems like he's been getting all the catches, all the action tonight from this Staples offense and the return team. But that's where they're keeping Jack Thaw away from the ball, return game. I don't think he's had a return all night.
Armentano?
No.
Jake Thaw.
Jake Thaw. I've thought that they've done a tremendous job of getting him almost non-existent in the return game.
Got a timeout called by North Haven. That's their first timeout of the second half. So we'll again look at the schedule here for the remaining North Haven season. They go on the road next week against Pomperog, and then we're back here on NHTV and on Facebook with a home game against Shelton. Then home again. That's their final home game of the season. That will be senior night against Sheehan. And then they finish the season off with 2 away games at Xavier, at Amity. North Haven currently at 1-3. The win will get them to 2-3. 3 losses. I mean, it's going to be very hard for them to get into the state tournament.
This team, it's not 3 losses. You're probably not getting into the playoffs this year. It's about just playing hard. How much heart do you have left? I said in the pregame, how much heart do you have left? I know a lot of people, when you're losing and you're losing close games, tight games, you always get let down. People nowadays, we always get down on ourselves. How much heart do you have in the seniors? Some of them are not going to ever play again. So how much do you have left? Knowing that you have 6 games left, or about to be 5 games left in some of their careers. So how much do you have left in the tank? And how much are you willing to go out there for 48 minutes and do what you love to do, and that's play football? I mean, I would love to play one more time, to put the shoulder pads on, to put the helmet on one more time and play. Man, I would just give me one more drive. Not a drive, maybe. Drive, I might be beat up. Give me like a play or 2. Just give me that, and I'd be happy. These kids are some of these kids are the luckiest people in the world right now because they get to play football, the greatest sport in our country.
2nd and 10 from the 36-yard line. Zager throws up the middle. Incomplete, broken up there by Kyle Rollier, another senior on this team for North Haven. A lot of seniors actually on this team.
That's a big senior class.
You know, like we mentioned, their offensive line, probably the most experienced offensive line Coach Sachs has ever had, as he mentioned himself. Mm-hmm. You know, you have the Hooks brothers that are both seniors, Noah Pirelli, the captain, Joseph Vitale.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of seniors. So how much left do you have in the tank as a senior? 5 games left of the season. You're going to win this one. Looked impressive in doing it for 48 minutes. You dominated throughout this game. And there comes another.
Intercepted! And he's hit out of bounds.
Wow. Was he trying to throw it out of bounds?
I think he was, but it was MJ de Villiers Jr. with the interception.
It wasn't about it was the pressure coming off the edge that had Zager going out and throwing off balance as well. Doesn't want to throw to the left side. Doesn't like throwing that. And you can see right there an easy pick for the North Haven Indians. And that should pretty much do it, my friend.
Yep, we are at the final 3 minutes of this game where North Haven is leading 33-20. They will
33-20. What do you
53-20. I'm sorry.
What do you make
it's
it?
a 33-point
What's going on with you?
30. I was subtracting and
of course
while reading the score at the same time.
Of course.
It's a 33-point win right now for North Haven. And a timeout called by Staples as they were trying to get a man rushed in. So we'll take a quick timeout here. North Haven leads by 33. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
Quick timeout taken by Staples.
Forget-Me-Not Florist, 39 State Street, North Haven. A true full-service flower shop providing same-day delivery. Whether it's birthdays, anniversaries, or sympathy, Forget-Me-Not is there for you.
HB Communications, 60 Dodge Avenue, North Haven. Since 1946, specializing in audio-video solutions, including video conferencing, unified communications, digital signage, and more. HB Communications.
North Haven Funeral Home, 36 Washington Avenue, North Haven. Since 1953, the one source families rely on for caring, compassionate service. North Haven Funeral Home.
2:49 to go in this game. North Haven leading 53-20. Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keys as North Haven is just minutes away from getting one game closer to 500.
A very impressive victory as well, too.
David Pace falls, gets nothing.
Just adding to the rushing yards of this game.
And
I was very curious to know how many rushing yards they have currently right now in this game.
It's quite a lot. I mean, Corey Hooks really did a lot in the running game. Jaden Watson with 5 touchdowns tonight.
Well, it really started in the first drive. It really set the tone. They went right down, just ran the football, no passing at all. And from there on out, Staples had never had a chance, it seemed like. They had no option, no answer to really slow down this rushing attack from the start. And that's what, I mean, great job. Great game plan by Coach Riccadelli, Coach Sags. Great game plan from Coach Filardi. And the defensive side, you saw a couple sacks. You saw them get to Zagar. You took away their best option for most of the game up until the second half. And Jake Thaw. Just a tremendous job overall. Just a couple things I'd fix up. Like I said, the special teams and the penalties, the little penalties here and there, the 15-yard penalty, unsportsmanlike, unnecessary roughness. Don't want to cause a penalty. Maybe in a bigger game like a Pompey-Rock or a Shelton where you're a closer game, you get that penalty, it might hurt you in the end. Where tonight, it doesn't hurt you as bad because of the comfortable lead you had.
So it's going to be 3rd and long for North Haven. Under 90 seconds to go in this game. And as we close out this game, you know, this Pompey-Rock road game that the Indians are going to be facing, followed by Shelton on the home game. David Pace takes the carry.
Stay in bounds. You never, as a runner, I don't care. If you take the hit, take the hit. Stay in bounds and waste the clock. Never go out of bounds when the clock is on your side. Never, ever run out of bounds. Because now you stop the clock. Are they running the clock?
No, the clock's.
No, they are running the clock.
They are running because they're at that threshold, I believe.
No, I thought the rule was 36. Was it 36 points? I think something like that. But still, as a runner, when it's late in the game like this, you got the win. Just stay in bounds. Take the hit, stay in bounds, and get out of here with a victory. A nice, comfortable victory as well.
So it is going to be most likely the last play of this game. They can't take a knee because that will be a turnover on down. So I guess what they'll do is just
I think they're going to take the penalty, the 5-yard penalty, and then they're going to run one more play and get out of here. Or they might call timeout, actually.
So North Haven will call a timeout, and the final play of the game will happen with 4 seconds left.
Do you know what I would do on this play?
Just run backwards?
Yes. I know you might lose rushing yards, but
I don't think they care.
It's 4 seconds left. I would literally just run around the field until you hear the clocks go off and then go down.
And then take a knee.
Just go down. Whatever you have to do. If I'm Sags, that's what I'm telling my players right now. I'm saying just run the ball and get the 4 seconds so we can get out of here with a nice victory.
The victory will lead North Haven to a 2-3 record. They are 2-1 at home.
Next time they play home, though, will be a much challenging foe, and a foe that they've known pretty the regular. They know the Shelton Gales pretty well. So let's see if they do what Trev would do.
So Justin White will just run. He gets around the edge, and that will be it.
I did exactly what I what I would have done too. I just would have went all the way back.
North Haven 53, Staples 20.
North Haven wins this one 53-20 and improved to 2-3. We'll take a quick break and have our final thoughts on this game. Again, the final score 53-20. You're watching Friday Night Football on NHTV.
HB Communications, 60 Dodge Avenue, North Haven. Since 1946, specializing in audio-video solutions, including video conferencing, unified communications, digital signage, and more. HB Communications.
North Haven Funeral Home, 36 Washington Avenue, North Haven. Since 1953, the one source families rely on for caring, compassionate service. North Haven Funeral Home.
The Landing of North Haven, offering personalized assisted living and memory care service. They feature a highly trained staff and activities prioritizing health and wellness. The Landing of North Haven, a warm, friendly, and welcoming environment at 201 Clintonville Road.
Subway, Universal Drive, North Haven. Locally owned and operated, featuring delicious subs, wraps, salads, and all of your catering needs. Subway, Universal Drive next to Home Depot in North Haven.
Arnold's Jewelers, the North Haven Diamond Center, 117 Washington Avenue in North Haven. Decades of experience and a deep commitment to the North Haven community. Visit us today at thearnoldsjewelers.com. Forget-Me-Not Florist, 39 State Street, North Haven. A true full-service flower shop providing same-day delivery. Whether it's birthdays, anniversaries, or sympathy, Forget-Me-Not is there for you.
Final score of this game, 53-20. North Haven improves to 2-3 over the Staples Wreckers. Michael Valenti alongside Trevor Keys for the post-game show here. And Trevor, it was a big game, as 5 touchdowns tonight for Jaden Watson. That's the big highlight of the night.
That's impressive. We were talking about the game. When's the last time we saw a North Haven player do that? I mean, think about this. 5 touchdowns. You don't see that a lot in football. So for Jaden Watson and Corey Hooks, a tremendous job. Both players being the alphas tonight, really taking control of this offense from the start, early on in the first quarter. Staples really never had a chance in this game. I mean, they looked good for the 2 drive, going down and scoring those passing drives. But other than that, their defense had no chance. They didn't stop them all game, and you saw it. They never had a punt. North Haven never punted the ball. You're not going to win with that solution or with that formula.
Now next week they go on the road at Pomperog, and then we're back here at against Shelton. What does North Haven have to do for the last remaining games of this season that we saw tonight?
Make sure the Hooks brothers are healthy, because first of all, those are 2 of the most important players on this team. Also, just keep doing what you're doing. I mean, I know Staples is not as great as they were back in the day, but continue to run the football. That's your strength. That's your go-to. Continue to run the football, and also the passing. I know they threw 4 or 5 times tonight. I'd like to see more passing, but if they can run the ball and really establish the tempo of the game with that offensive line, it's going to be hard to stop North Haven, and it looked good tonight, and it's a good start as well.
So again, North Haven will be on the road next week against Pomperog, and then we are back here on November 1st for North Haven High School football on NHTV against possibly their biggest toughest matchup of the season against the Shelton Gales. We'd like to thank everybody here on the NHTV crew. Thank everybody, all our sponsors, and of course, the fans here at Mike Vanacore Field. For Trevor Keys, my name is Michael Valenti saying so long from Mike Vanacore Field.
HB Communications, 60 Dodge Avenue, North Haven. Since 1946, specializing in audio-video solutions, including video conferencing, unified communications, digital signage, and more. HB Communications.
North Haven Funeral Home, 36 Washington Avenue, North Haven. Since 1953, the one source families rely on for caring, compassionate service. North Haven Funeral Home.